and tell stories. It's been a while.
Yeah. Was the last episode where Mark almost had us all killed?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
just wanted to remind us all of that.
Our intrepid adventurers had gone out to try to seek answers to where possibly Gundren was, at the behest of lady at the temple of, I don't remember what the fuck her name was. She blessed you all with luck. Actually, just Roy with luck.
Agatha.
Yep, Agatha.
That was the bad lady, no? Agatha was the
Oh yeah,
one who
yeah.
almost
You
killed
went
everyone.
finally. Yeah, Agatha was the banshee.
Oh yeah.
Halia Thornton was who sent you on the quest.
Sister Gariel?
What? Yeah, you're right. Sister Gariel.
I was like, Marco's so stupid.
Fuck. It's been too long. Yeah, Sister Gariel. You found her at the Temple of Timora and Vandalin. You guys kind of went in just to kind of gather information and stumbled upon Legends of a Banshee that would answer a question if you could get on its good side, feel to it, in some way, shape, or form. And you were able to do that with a silver comb that Sister Gariel had given you that she believed once belonged to Agatha. You never really found out whether or not it actually did belong to her, but she certainly seemed to be fond of it and took it. And in return, you guys asked her a question, and you guys chose to ask her the question that Sister Gariel had sent you to find out, and that was the presence of a long-lost relic that her people inside and her deity had been looking for. You got some information from Agatha, tried to ask her another question, and she reminded you that the deal was for one question, at which point you guys agreed to leave. But Relarus, feeling compelled by his paladin ways to attack the Banshee as he felt it was evil, but Matrim, sensing a possible unbeatable situation, tried to put Relarus to sleep before he get attacked. But unfortunately, half-elves, or high-elves, cannot be put to sleep by magical means. The spell failed, combat ensued, Banshee toyed with you guys a little bit, let out a piercing shriek, which basically melted the brains of all of you except for Noir. Luckily for you guys, the Blessing of Timora appeared to have saved his life. He was able to resurrect all of you and get you out there as Agatha kind of laughed and left him a message of wisdom to learn your place in the world and to not attack those that are more powerful than you. So that's kind of your last warning. You guys fled, camped out in a small town, crumbled town that you have found along the way. And you made it all the way back to Vandalin, and you're actually coming through the gates as we wrapped up the session. And that's where we find ourselves now. You guys are rolling past a small farm on the outside of town and coming across the front gate.
Can you just go over one more time? We were supposed to grab just the information, and we left the brush with Agatha, right? Just trying to remember.
Yeah, it was like a hair comb or something like that. Here, let me find it. We'll go more detail.
She didn't give us what we were looking for, but she told us another.
So yeah, you guys came to her seeking answers about possibility of the whereabouts of Gundren Rockseeker. And at the time she said, no, I don't know anything about it, but I'm sad to see him gone. She's like, I tell you what, I know this Banshee that will answer questions for you if you can appease her. And she said you could probably use this. But she also said in return for that information, she wanted you to find out the whereabouts of a spellbook belonging to a legendary mage named Bowgentle.
Did you make that up, or is that part of the storyline?
His name is Bowgentil. Don't church it up, Dirt.
My name's Bowgentle.
She sent you to find the whereabouts of a spellbook belonging to Bowgentle, and you asked her the question, and Agatha did give you the whereabouts. She had sold it to a man, and she gave you the name. Let me find it so you guys can write the notes again.
I don't know where my notes went.
Me either. It's been so long.
The files are inside the computer.
Oh, it's so simple.
Oh, yeah, I had notes too.
Oh,
Yeah, she traded the book to a necromancer named Sernoth, Tsernoth, from the city of Irebor, Iriaebor, more than 100 years ago, and that's the last she ever heard of it. So she
Marco.
seemed to have answered the question. And then, like I said, you guys attempted to ask her another question about the whereabouts of Gundren. And again, that's when combat ensued. She murked all of you in about 2 rounds of combat.
I hear Marco's music really loud, sorry.
I don't hear it, but...
Does it go away?
I don't hear it.
I never heard it.
I don't know what that was. Just carry on.
I never heard it either.
Shut up.
What is it? What is up with Roy?
Yeah, I'm not playing music. I'm only playing the Indian music.
I don't want to talk about it. Drugs and bad parenting.
And what time of day is it, probably?
You guys had camped out overnight. I believe it was about, it was like a half day. It wasn't a half day. It was about 4 hours, I think. You guys traveled east on the trail. So I would say it's about lunchtime, give or take.
We're all still fucked up.
An hour or so.
Ooh, let's eat some food.
So we're fully rested, correct?
Yeah, you guys rested. You traveled back without incident.
In my notes.
Had a near miss during the middle of the night when some sturges flew over the top of the camp, but luckily you guys went by undetected.
I think that was you and me, Andy.
Told you to get your bitch ass brother in gear.
Yeah, I know. I did have a talk with him, so.
Alright, so we're walking in.
Alright, where would you like to go?
Shall we go visit Sister Gariel?
Yes, we should do that. First, let's have a bite to eat. We had a long night. We had those fucking harpies fly over our heads. Let's grab a bite to eat. Doobie reaches into his rations and passes out the ration to his compatriots.
Nom 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 nom
Wait,
nom nom
we're
nom.
back in town, right?
Yeah, you're coming across, you're right on the outside of town. As you walk by, like I said, you're coming by just some family farms on the outside of town, and you're walking up on the gates to town,
Okay.
which, aren't exactly, they're not massive gates. I mean, there's a gate to the town, but the wall's kind of been crumbling. It's rebuilding, but, it's definitely not a fortified town by any means. The gates are more ornamental than functional at this point.
Okay, so I see Doobie pull out his rations, and I kind of put my hand on him to stop him, and I say, I think this next meal is on me. And I kind of gesture over to the food place.
Where you
inn.
guys slept?
Yeah, where we
Stonehill.
ate.
Stonehill Tavern.
Stonehill Tavern. And I tell him the next meal is on me. Kind of.
Okay, we will save the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a later time.
So I start walking towards the Stonehill Inn.
Okay.
Guess that's where we're going.
Perhaps we can find more about Gundren.
All right. I need an emergency timeout. There is a terrible, terrible mess that I must clean up.
Right on.
I'm sorry. I need a minute. I had a beer to spill everywhere.
We need a team huddle.
Usually it does not.
You guys huddle up.
It takes,
I need a minute.
usually it takes longer for him to blow his load. This is a
Well, he hasn't
preemptive.
he hasn't played in 3 weeks. He's
Preemptive jelly.
Yeah,
Wilson.
he's backed up jellyfish.
So what the fuck did we do this mission for this Banshee for? I can't remember why we did it.
I
That
think,
was one of Bert's side quests.
yeah, we were
But
gonna
why?
we were gonna do a side quest because I don't know who wasn't gonna be here or whatever, and then everybody showed up, and then we just did the side quest anyways.
But listen, the side quest could have been the main quest if we were assholes and asked the Banshee our question instead of asking that chick's question.
Yeah. We only had one question, but we decided to stay loyal to the little priestess that sent us out there.
Did she know anything about Gundren or no?
No, she didn't. All she knew was that the Banshee could answer our question about Gundren, but she asked us to ask her question instead.
What we do get, I wrote down rewards of vials of health potions.
Yeah, she's going to give us some rewards for sticking with her shit, and hopefully she found out some information about Gundren while we were gone.
Yeah, and by the way, apparently I deleted my notes or I misplaced them. So I have no notes.
I have notes.
So I'll take notes today, but I'm probably gonna be asking questions about shit I don't remember. But we don't need a DM. So we walk into the bar and get some food.
Stupid Bojangle.
God, I want to need a Bojango.
Bojangles, yeah, I was going to say that.
Give me some chicken.
We ate Bojangles on the way back from Dunkel.
Dude, those Bowberry biscuits are fucking bomb. Dude, that'd be like the ultimate high food.
So, Crom, are you going to have cornhole boards when we go out there?
I will make sure that there are cornhole. Yes, we will have the cornhole. I will make the boards. We will be okay.
Nice.
You should D&D decorate them, like paint them for D&D. Is that asking too much?
The guy that I have a friend that makes them, so I won't do D&D because that's too goddamn nerdy. But
Yeah.
I could do something else.
No, I meant like DunkelCon themed. Like maybe whatever. If we're doing donkeys again.
Let's not do donkeys. Let's do something else.
I get to design the shirts this year, bitch.
$89.99 for the American Flag Edition on Amazon Prime. $99 for LED Light Up Edition.
You're talking about boards?
Yeah.
I know Kirsch makes boards, but
You don't want to buy the ones offline. They're shit
Yeah.
quality.
For $90?
Yeah. If you put some fucking 2x4s and plywood together, you're probably gonna get a way better board.
It's got really good reviews.
Yeah, I got a buddy to make some. I'm just gonna
Oh, okay.
if we come up with a design, he'll throw it together.
Oh, $220?
I know Kirsch makes some pretty nice looking ones. I know you're.
Andy, you said you're coming up with the design this year or next year?
T-shirts.
Okay, well, send me.
Oh, we can use the theme.
Yeah, send me what design you got, and then I'll try to incorporate it into the Dunkel bag cornhole.
Worst case scenario, Crom, you could probably just wrap it. Like if you only get a regular one, probably get like a decal to put on it.
Yeah.
Like if it's too expensive to get it custom made or whatever.
No, I'll get him custom made. Drug money.
I forgot what his name is. Porter's friend. He does like a lot of metal work, and he's gotten into woodwork too. He posts shit on Facebook all the time. He was in the Marine Corps with us.
Prince?
He always hung out with Porter. What's his name?
Prince?
Yeah, Prince.
Oh, Prince. Yeah.
He's East Coast
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but I'm sure if we asked him, hey, make some shit for us, he'd probably do some bomb-ass shit.
Yeah, he would.
But yeah, he's doing woodwork and metalwork. He's just now getting into the woodwork, though. I think he has his own company.
Really?
Yeah, like he apparently he makes money off of it. Like he does a lot of custom parts for cars and shit like that.
That's pretty sweet.
Well, shit. Maybe we should ask him, and then he could just ship it over here.
No.
I'll ask him.
Do some fucking-
Yeah.
Shit, I bet you if you asked him to come up with some pretty sweet designs, he probably could.
Dude, you could get a beer, like it looks like a beer glass. Once you get to the top, it's like foam. You get a can, like a Bud Light can. You could do a football field. Dude, let's see.
So is the Dunkel, is that like set in stone as our name?
Yeah,
Or-
I'm pretty sure that is.
That's our name. All right.
Crom,
Dunkel,
look,
that's just it.
Crom, look at this. I just put in our Facebook chat.
Is Mike?
They got the hole in the wrong spot.
Fuck
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
The
could've-
holes, the holes of the
Your
wrong.
Yeah,
guys-
I hear you.
Your guys' pull-out game is weak.
All right. Sorry, I just knocked over like a whole entire beer, and yeah,
That's what you get for
that's my
drinking on the
laptop.
job.
I was gonna lose my laptop there for a second. It's definitely in a
Oh, it was
giant
all over
puddle
your
of-
stuff.
Well, it went underneath it, so yeah, it was like in a puddle of fucking beer. But seems like it survived. But yeah, so I heard the beginning. I don't know where you guys ended up, but basically, I mean, that wasn't. I mean, in the terms of maybe like the WoW universe, that was a side quest, but that wasn't built intentionally to sidetrack or. I mean, like there's just a town full of shit or a world, you know, and you guys go where you want and things happen, and you get. So that wasn't like intentionally like, oh, we'll do this today.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's just you guys stumble upon things in the world. You know, there's different ways for you guys to, you know, gather information or perceive the world or, you know, do whatever you want. I mean, you guys have free will to interact and accept and do things for people that you meet or tell them no or fuck off or tell Gundren to fuck off and go decide that you're, you know, going to open up a brothel or whatever. But so, you know, never feel like if you meet somebody that you've got to, you know, whatever, engage or do what they say, unless I tell you, like, hey guys, like they're gone. I'm gonna kind of railroad you into doing something because, you know, I don't want to divert from the story. But no, that was a full day. You guys just stumbled upon somebody in the temple who had an idea. But yeah, and I did like Crom said, or Doobie, you know, they pretty much nailed it on the head. I mean, it was an opportunity to gather information. If you had said fuck it, and we'll ask our question first, and if she, you know. But again, you guys chose to kind of do the honorable thing, complete the quest for Lady or Timora's servant for Sister Gariel. So that's kind of wanted to feel guys how that was, and how it is, and just a little bit of background or whatever, just going forth.
I'm just trying to get back into remembering everything we were doing.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, I get it. I heard somebody say, "Oh, that was a side quest because people weren't here, so we did that." Like
That was me. I thought
yeah,
that was fun.
yeah. No, that was. Like I said, if that's ever going to happen, like I'll be pretty straightforward. Like, hey guys, like I'm going to present you with a couple of things, but like, you know, we're not advancing the storyline, so I may, you know, kind of divert you for some things. But other than that, I mean, you guys go and do what you want.
Let's open a prostitution house.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I don't know why we haven't done this already.
We can open them one up in every town.
You had me at hello.
All right, but yeah, we're back. Yeah, you guys are town. Where did you want to go?
We went and we sat down and started eating.
That's right. Yep.
Are we on somebody's property?
What?
We're at the end. We're at the end, so yeah, we're on somebody's property.
Okay. All right.
And he thought we were sitting down somewhere eating rations.
No, yeah. Right before we left, you guys were going to go to the Stonehill Inn and grab some num nums.
And do we see Elmer? I don't know.
Oh, Elmer Stonehill.
Toblin.
Toblin Stonehill? Yeah, I mean, you walk in, you see him behind the bar, his apron on. And you look around. I mean, there's a number of people. Like I said, it's midday. Not a lot of people drinking ale and whatnot, but a few. But for the most part, you know, you see various townspeople. Looks like a couple of farmers. You see one of the barmaids kind of hopping around. You know, and you kind of hear her go up to the table like, "Oh no, he didn't." You know, and she's kind of table laughing. You know, she's kind of gossiping around. And you see some guys with coal streaks on their face. You know, miners appear to be miners. Just various other townsfolk inside. Probably maybe a good 6 or so.
Sure. I've signaled to Toblin that to bring around for our table.
And he kind of looks, "Aye, usual."
I just nod.
And whatever you have cooking for everybody.
He's like, "Rabbit stew it is."
It was a day.
So yeah, you know, a good 5, 6, 7 minutes goes by. And in that time, the barmaid swings by and drops off your mugs of ale. And about 6, 7 minutes later, Tolan walks out himself and brings out bowls of a stew. I mean, it's thick, and you see, you know, a couple of potatoes and couple other, green vegetables and little chunks of meat in it. It's not the best thing you've ever eaten, but it's serviceable. It's not terrible.
Nom 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 nom.
I thank him. And what's the news you've heard today, Toblin?
He looks around. It's like same thing, different day. But the red brand's worse and worse by the day. More and more patrols by the minute.
Glance at the rest of us. Do we overhear anything interesting while we're eating?
You look over, you see the miners. Two of the miners are talking to each other, and you see one. He's like, "Lanar." He's like, "Did you hear? The Orc Raiders have been seen on the east end of the Tribord Trail. Town Master's looking for someone to run them off." And then the other guy's like, "Nah, they don't come here. I don't give a shit." Oh, that there's people. You hear throughout. You hear the word. You hear the the word red brands kind of go across, and instantly everybody hushes and they kind of glance over at the person who said it, and they kind of sheepishly put their head down. Everybody kind of cautiously looks around, kind of hunch shoulders, kind of staring at the door, and then after maybe 45 seconds ago, things kind of go back to normal. Conversation picks back up.
And we saw no one that probably could associate with them or affiliate with them in the tavern.
Make a perception roll.
Man, I gotta pull up my sheet.
Sounds like we still need to deal with this issue.
Yeah, and as you guys look around the room, at the mention of their name, you saw everybody kind of hush down. From what you saw, you didn't see anybody who stood out as looking, angry or, everybody looked really genuinely concerned when the word came out. And from what you've known of them, they all wear pretty distinctive red cloaks. And just looking around, you don't see any cloaks hanging on the wall or anybody wearing any. So, from what you recall from earlier information, they don't quite hang out at this. They have their own kind of rundown haunt. The Sleeping Giant on the other end of town is their establishment of choice, typically. The only time they come by the Stonehill Inn is to shake down Toblin and gather some taxes. And
let's say we go visit Sister Garel and give her the new information.
It's an excellent idea. Let's do that.
Maybe shouldn't we have some more information on these red cloaks then?
Yeah, I think we need to maybe visit the mayor.
He did sound to be in cahoots with them.
I don't remember if this is previous information or not, but do we know about a brothel or a hangout spot yet?
Sleeping Giant?
yeah, Sleeping Giant.
We do know about that?
That's the
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys had asked around. I don't remember who gave you the information, but you were asking around before. You guys asked where you might find them, and somebody said, he's normally patrolling around town, but you can normally find some or at the Sleeping Giant Inn. Really, any time of the day they're in there drinking. That's kind of where they hang out, relax. They kind of take over.
Hey guys, I wonder if we can send our bard in there and he could spy for us, without anybody being the wiser. Doobie says quietly.
By himself? Maybe we could walk in.
Yeah,
Looking at my stuff.
he's a bard. It's a brothel. He would not be out of place.
That's true. We could pretend to be his traveling band.
No, we stay the fuck away. He goes. It's just a thought. We still need to go to give the information that we found from the Banshee to the priestess. But it's just something to think about, huh?
I like it.
Maybe we should ask Killian, though.
I mean, you never know. Is this a good idea, or is this like climbing up the poop chute?
I think,
I
it's a good idea, and
I think it's like climbing up the poop chute.
No, but I think it's a good way to get information.
Of course, fucking Barrel thinks it's a climbing up the poop chute idea.
Okay, let's
turn the shit in.
Yeah, let's go see Sister Garel. But I kind of raised my hand to flag down the barkeep so I could pay him.
Yeah, and he comes over and you guys settle up and he's like, "Hi," he's like, "Rooms for tonight too."
I kind of look at the guys. Unsure.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to deal with harpies tonight, you know?
Okay, room first tonight.
The barkeep's name is Tobin, right?
Toblin.
Toblin. So Noir kind of like leans in and is like, Toblin, let me ask. Have you possibly heard any rumors of our friend Gundren that we seek?
And he looks and he kind of, his brow kind of furrows. You see a little bit of sadness comes across his face. And he's like, "No, I'm afraid not. But he was a good man. He'll be missed. I hope you do find him."
Thank you. Cheers, partner.
All right.
Stand up. Shall we be off?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so we pay up, pay for our rooms in advance, and head out the door.
How much do we owe?
I've got a chart that I made for it, but I don't have it. So just mark down lunch and rooms, and then we'll square up.
Oh, we bought it on credit.
Yeah. You guys got a tab.
Chip or
I
swipe?
added it to our bags. I just put O and then lunch and rooms. Bank tab.
Credit balance. All right, so we walk out and then we start heading to the cathedral, the church, wherever Princess Garel is. And we start heading that direction.
All right. And as you guys walk out of town, like I said, it's still, it's maybe 2 o'clock. Sun's still high in the sky. Particularly warm day. Pretty sunny. A couple of clouds in the sky. You set off and you head towards the Shrine of Luck, which is a small temple you guys passed in town. And as you look, you notice, you can see off in the distance. It looks like a group of, hard to make out the number of people. You see, a group of a patrol, basically, of guys wearing red cloaks. You assume to be some of the red brands on the opposite end of town. And as you were kind of recall, as you heard about them before, you hadn't really seen them. More came out, kind of, came into town, did their business, and left. And they've been getting a bigger and bigger presence. And now you're starting to realize that, they've actually kind of got daytime patrols, and they're kind of slowly, moving more and more into the city as it goes on. But you make your way over to the Shrine of Luck. As you recall, it was kind of assembled, newly constructed, but you can tell all the stonework was old. It's old stones from walls and buildings that had fallen. From Fandolin's first time, it was destroyed and fallen into rubble. This is slowly being rebuilt. Like I said, you can tell that not a whole lot of new building materials went into this building. It's kind of, it's sturdy and decent size, but you tell it was more makeshift than a large effort to construct. You guys going in?
Yep.
All right, and as you guys walk in, you look about. You see the pews and the rows and seating, and it's rather empty, with the exception of Sister Gariel. And as you walk in the door, you see her kind of turns to you. She's like, I didn't know if you'd be back. And then as she's kind of walks closer to you, her brow kind of, she's like, "Oh my." She's like, "You had a rough one, didn't you?" She's like, "The mark of Timora is all over you." She comes up to Noir and kind of stops in front of him.
Hello.
How you doing?
And she's like, I can see Timor's essence. How about you? How did it go with Agatha?
Well, let's just say didn't go as well as we planned.
I've had
We
better.
got the information. You suck. You suck. You were seeking.
You suck, jackass.
You suck your best.
She's like, oh, what is the spell book?
I need someone with notes. Who remembers where she
Well,
told
we
us it was
found
at.
out that the last she knew, she gave it to this guy named Smirnoff Ice of the city of Erebor 100 years ago, and that's the last that she saw of it.
She does not like follow-up questions.
And she looks at you and she kind of like, Smirnoff. It's quite a name. We hadn't heard of him, but thank you.
I think what my friend meant to say was Cernoth, didn't you, Doobie?
Yeah, Smirnoff, Cernoff, whatever.
Smirnoff is his brother, I believe.
I was like, oh, Smirnoff. And when did you say? Hundreds of years ago?
That's what she said 100 years ago to a necromancer named Cernoth.
And she kind of sighs and she's, I guess we're farther behind the chase than we thought. But did he say where the necromancer came, or where the men came from?
The city of Erebor.
So, Erebor. My, it's traveled far. She's like, okay, well, thank you. She's like, well, what of Gundren? Did you answer questions for Gundren?
No, we chose to ask you a question because she only allowed one question.
Without the blessing of luck you bestowed on Noir, we probably all would have died that night.
Very much appreciated.
And she's like, I can see the touch of Lady Timor about you. And she's like, you're all well. And she kind of, walks in front of all of you, slowly looking you over and looking for wounds or make sure you guys are all.
We were a little worse for wear, but now we're very healed up and rested, and we had a hearty meal at the end.
So, well, I'm glad you're all back, and I'm fortunate you didn't get your information about Gundren. He was a great man. She's like, but a deal is a deal. And she pulls out the healing potions that she promised you.
Was it 3?
It was 3, yes.
Did we ever figure out what those potions we had were?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys came. That's actually why I think that's how you guys actually brought you here. You came to see if she could identify them for you, and she kind of chuckled and laughed. Said, "Oh, you guys must be new adventurers. Those are healing potions."
That must have been my idea. That's a good idea. Okay.
And she kind of turns to you and she's like, "Well," she's like, "I'm sorry that you didn't get any news of your friend." She's like, "But I have heard whispers since you've been gone that the Red Brands are keeping prisoners." She's like, "One of them appears to be, they say, a goblin. That clearly can't be Gundren, but they say there are prisoners. I'm not sure that it's him, but there is rumor that they have been keeping prisoners at the Tresendare Manor."
At the Tresendare Manor.
Yes, it's on the east. Tresendare, Tresendar. So, yes, it's on the east end of town, in the hillside amidst the woods, near the thickets. But rumor is that they've taken up residence there, and that they are keeping prisoners. I don't know if it's true, but that is what my little birds have told me.
And what kind of prisoners have they been taking?
And she's like, I haven't heard. I don't even know if there are any prisoners, but that is, my little birds have said that they've begun to keep prisoners. It could be townsfolk. Many have either left or gone missing. Mostly we assume that they have left, but I don't know. They might be prisoner.
Do you know who... Oh, go ahead.
Would you know anybody that could help us finding an entrance? Preferably discreetly. To Tresendare Manor.
She's like, well, it's It's a house upon a hill. I suppose there'd be many entrances. It's on the east side of town. She kind of looks at you confusedly. She's like,
Do you know anyone that would be a representative that we could talk to from these people? Do you know?
Or maybe one of your little birds. Maybe one of your little birds now has to get into this house, huh?
she looks at. She's like, no. Many of the folk here are terrified of the Red Brands. There have been words of possibly a leader named Glassstaff, but that is all that I know. They appeared to have worked. We thought they were just a rogue bunch of bandits without a true leader, but they get more organized and organized by the day.
I got somebody at the door. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I look at her. I go, how involved is the mayor? We've heard, or the town master, we have heard that he looks the other way while they run amok instead of controlling this rabble.
And she kind of looks. She's like, huh. She's like, that man. He's more a figurehead than the true mayor. It's like there is no real government in Phandalin. It's like every year at the festival of Winter Hell, we elect a new official. He serves there for 1 year, merely votes to break a tie, if you will. The townspeople, the prominent townspeople, we rule by council and vote, and he's merely there. He jokes and leads ceremonies and plans dinners. He has no real true power in this town. Nobody really does. I suppose closest thing to a government here is the miners' exchange. Being as this is a mining town, they control a lot of the trade in and out of the town, and they have a lot of influence. But no, the town master is, like I said, it's title and pomp, but it's more good fun for a year than true state of office.
And how intertwined are they with the Red Brands? The miners' exchange, that is.
She's like, none that I've heard, and I can't imagine that they would need them. But
Yeah,
I don't
we just
know.
heard
The roots
in the
run deeper in the town.
we just heard in the inn a couple of miners talking, and they were not the big fans of these red assholes. Maybe can you point us in the direction of someone in the miners' exchange we could speak to?
Yeah, she gives you the miners' exchange, and she kind of, gives you an idea of where it's at. And she's like, yes. Oh, shit. Sorry, my shit's all unorganized now due to beer being everywhere. She looks at it, yes, she's like, Halia Thornton, she is the leader of the miners' exchange. So yeah, and there's been grumblings. The town master certainly does nothing to stop them, and some think he's in cahoots, but again, he holds very little true power in this town.
Where can we find Thornton at?
She gives you directions to the miners' exchange. It's easily to find. It's on the outside of town.
Hey, friends, I think we should go check this out until we might find a powerful ally against the Red Brands with these miner exchange.
Agreed, Doobie. I feel like Gundren's disappearance has something to do with this Red Brand infestation we have here.
I agree.
Maybe they'll like to know, or maybe they will know something of him.
If they do, we will find out.
Noir, maybe you should get another blessing before we leave.
I was gonna say, is that blessing still on me? Or can I re-up?
You can certainly ask.
My lady, would you do me the honor of perhaps granting me another one of your blessings? It really came in handy last time.
Yeah, all of us, not just this asshole.
She's like, but of course. And she's like, Lady Thamar must really like you to keep such an eye on you. I might not count on her again, but you never know. And she comes around, kind of, nods before you and says some words. As you see, she clutches her holy symbol in her hands, and it begins to glow as she steps in front of each one of you. And you hear her whispering to Tymora, asking for her guidance and to look over you and grant you the luck of those who attempt to seize their own fate.
Noir bows and clutches his holy symbol as well.
Thank you.
To the Miners Guild, then.
Agreed.
I just head out.
I just start walking out as well.
Let's roll.
All right, as you guys head out, she began. Like I said, she gave you directions to the miners' exchange, and you get it's on basically the southwestern part of the town. And right now, you guys are kind of in the northern part of town, so it's a little bit southwest of your current location. Back beyond the Lion Shield Coster, where a few of you had went and met with the armor smith down.
I'm sorry, you said earlier the time of day. What was it again?
It's roughly, say, 2:30, 3 o'clock at the moment.
Okay, so I'm definitely hooded up, like head down.
As we make our way there, do we see more of these red brands?
Yeah, you do. As you guys venture out into the town, and you travel south, you head, past the town master's hall. As you go by, you see it kind of in the center of town, and outside you see a sign that says "Orc Ruffians." Looking for people to dispatch of them. Inquire within. A little posting outside. As you guys continue on down, heading towards where you see the Fandolin exchange, and as you do, you come around the corner and you see approaching you is a group of 4 of men in red cloaks. And as they walk towards you, one of them looks at you. He's like, "Hey, you see the little puppies? Look at the wee puppies come back to town." And you see the other one next to you. He's like, "Yeah, the puppies. You guys are the puppies because you lick stuff." And they come close and they start to approach you.
So before they get too close, I kind of whisper, "Not now, friends."
As they come closer to you, you see now it's a group of 4 of them. And as they approach you, the one in the center is doing the talk, and he's like, "Hey, we don't like your kind in this town. We saw you leave once. I think it's best that you go again and don't come back."
Is he a goblin?
No, they're humans.
Oh, you sound like a goblin from
Oh. Warcraft goblin?
Yeah.
They're like Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
So I kind of just keeping my head low. You're right, sir. We're actually headed to the south exit now. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, and as he spits on the ground, he looks at you again. He's like, "All right, well, how about we'll just walk you out of town and wish you on your way."
Thank you so much for the offer, but we know our way, and we promise we'll be right on out of this town.
It's like, "All right, well, let's go." And he kind of grabs Matrim by the arm and kind of shoves you towards the nearest exit of the town, which is pretty much due south from where you're at now.
I grab the hilt of my sword.
I pull my cloak back.
Pull your cloak back.
Yeah, the little hood I had. Sorry. Because I was trying to shield from the sun a little bit, so I just pulled it back. Show them make sure they realize that I'm a dark elf.
Whoa,
Maybe,
fancy stuff. Wait, you should get it out of here.
Intimidation.
They are from Jersey.
Yeah, maybe intimidation, with the fact that I'm a Drow.
Yeah, they appear not to give a shit. And now you can see the other 3 kind of approach you, and the one that spoke before, he's like, "Yeah, puppies, time to go. Puppies, go."
I just look over at Matrim.
I tell the guys grabbing Matrim, do me a favor and get your hand off my friend.
And he looks at you, he's like, "Hey, I said it's time to go. You either walk out, or you can give us your stuff first and then walk out. Now go."
Did he comply with his hand?
No, I mean, he's still Well, he grabbed him and shoved him toward the end. He's not like holding.
Oh, I thought he was like dragging him. My bad. That's how I was.
Me too.
As I'm smoothing out my clothes, I look around to see if there are any other red brands watching this encounter.
Right now, you see is the 4 of them that had approached you.
Are there many other townsfolk around?
Not many, but I mean, you see it. You know, as it happens, you see a couple, 3, 4 people kind of ran off real quickly. You see a couple more across the street that kind of put their head down, almost like I don't see it. It's not happening.
Mm-hmm. I look at the rest and I was like, yes, let's have them lead us to the edge of town then.
Yes, thank you for leading us out of town. I like that. Let's do that.
I know how to Matrim. Say okay.
You make the call, Matrim.
He's like, well, good. Now walk.
It was a very,
Doobie walks. He walks along.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that Matrim realizes I was like, you make the call. Like one of those.
As we're walking, can I perceive what kind of weapons and kind of equipment they have?
You can look at them. You can see, they're in, fairly uniform. I mean, they're not identical by any means, but you can get the semblance that, they're attempting to all appear. The studded leather armor, mostly plain, but you see little embellishments of red throughout. You can see they've got, appears to be swords on their hips.
Well kept.
You don't get the impression that they sit around and polish their weapons and their armor or anything, but you get the feeling that it's definitely serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
And Doobie says, yes, let's go south of town. This is exactly what we want. Thank you so much, my kind red friends, for taking us south of town away from other things in this town. Thank you so much.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
And is this pathway towards the Miners Guild as well? Or Miners Exchange?
The Miners Exchange have been a little southwest of you, and they're kind of bringing you straight south. So you'd have to turn a little bit west.
Are they walking behind us or in front of us?
Nobody started walking yet, but Doobie needs to make a deception roll.
Okay.
God damn.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 3.
Oh no!
One of the other ones turns to him. He's like, "Hey Barry," he's like, "I think they got other plans for us." He's like, "Yeah, I think they do. I don't like the look of you." He's like, "How about you give us your stuff now?"
I turn to him and I say, "I really wish there were 5 of you."
I kind of cock my head to the side.
We're gonna use those pretty little red cloaks of yours to sneak in and kill the rest of your friends.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that, they all draw their swords and roll initiative.
That's. I was just trying to make a joke, and Mark was like, "Huh?"
Nice job, Cleric.
I instantly run to the back after saying that.
No, you're stuck where you're at. Roll initiative.
Holy shit, that's a big token.
I'll make my own
Marco,
token.
can you roll my initiative, sir?
We don't have tokens.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta get your tokens out.
What was that you posted, Marco, about the tokens? They're built into Roll20 now?
No, some guy did a token dump of 100 token, pictures he had cropped for tokens.
Ah, okay.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can't figure out how to roll initiative.
Do these guys look very dexterous? Can I ask that question?
You have no idea.
This doesn't seem to be cooperating with Internet Explorer, Roy.
You can't have 2 things up?
What the hell is that?
You can't have 2
I'm gonna try.
crumbs?
It's not working. Let me see.
That's why.
Maybe Firefox, if anything.
I don't have that.
If you can't have two Chrome. It's quick as fuck if you wanted to do that for me and be a true friend. Dude, everything is in cars and at the other house right now. Packed. Yeah, it's buried underneath the car somewhere. It's actually next to my book bag.
Installing Firefox.
You couldn't do
Why?
double Chrome?
Yeah, why are you in a different browser?
I don't think it lets because I'm already logged in through one, no?
It doesn't matter. It'd be by login and IP address. It wouldn't matter by browser.
Sign
I don't
out.
know if you know this, but I can't select my token yet.
Yeah, they lost. I don't know why. I've got to update all this stuff. I haven't updated it in a while.
Sure.
Should be able to select it now.
Yep.
Check everybody else's. Nope, Doobie sure can't.
If anything, Bert, can you just give him permissions to my shit?
Yeah, actually, I could do that.
Yeah, that'll be easier.
Yeah.
Instead of having two browsers open.
I didn't want to go anywhere.
What'd you roll, Andy?
2.
It's not letting me
Oh, God.
roll.
Did you click your token first, Crom?
Yeah. Oh, look, it worked randomly now.
I think you followed my instructions.
Roll a deception check.
I rolled a 0.
How did you even roll a 0?
My dex is -1.
Wow.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Are
At
they-
least your intelligence is a -1.
That last initiative roll was actually Noir. I didn't change the roll as, but it updated the turn order.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as that's good. All right.
Sweet fucking Christ, we rolled low.
What did I end up with?
You got the highest with the 12.
Ugh.
Doobie second with 11. Killian with the 4. Oh, that's not Killian. Who's that? Where's Killian?
Talking about Killian? 4?
That looks like.
Yeah, Killian got the 4.
Oh,
I got-
it looks different. Oh, okay, never mind. That looks different. Yeah, Killian with the 4. Matrim with the 2. Relarus with the 0. Correct. Relarus with the 0. That was then. Missed.
We fucking suck. These guys roll like 36s again.
Remember those goblins that were rolling like 40s?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Those are scary goblins.
I'm looking forward to fighting these assholes after fighting that Banshee. That was not good for my ego.
Let me see if this works.
I forgot to check if I pooped my pants after I died.
My pants after I died. Oh, right.
All
Oh,
right.
right. Let's see what we got for Roy.
Okay. So, looks like top of the turn is going to be Noir.
What?
Believe that or not.
We
They
don't
didn't
see
want
that.
to go
Okay.
first either.
So, are they like I'm in?
Oh, hold on.
If
Yeah,
I did,
that fixed. Good.
if I try to like get behind the group, am I gonna get an opportunity of attack on these guys? Behind our group is what I meant, not theirs.
Yeah, I mean, you were in front talking to them. This is kind of the order.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna fucking straight up Spartan style kick the first fucker in front of me.
right.
Well, I guess
300, kick in the chest.
complicated. What type of roll is that, Bert?
Just roll attack roll.
I think it's like just a D20 plus
Maybe
strength.
plus your strength modifier.
So roll D20. I reckon that. Roll 20 plus 1. So he rolled an 8.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. As you go to kick, he kind of swats your arm away. He's like, "Looks like they want to play, boys. Let's play."
Time is money, friends.
That's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was keeping it true to what I thought Noir would do. Sorry, guys.
Brings up Doobie.
Okay, Doobie will take a shot with his short bow at the same one that was attempted a Spartan kick by Noir.
Can you guys even see him yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I see those assholes.
Who has a house phone?
This guy.
Bert. 'Cause he's got kids.
Yep.
That's what he told me.
True story. That way they got a phone if they're home alone.
Just buy him cell phones. My son, he's 9.5 months. He has a cell phone. No, I'm kidding.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You just wanted a second Pokemon Go account.
Ooh.
They're on to me.
Phones.
All right, go ahead and roll your shot for that. Come.
Yo, do we got our rolls on today? What's going on with this?
It's shit.
We're fucking dusty, bro.
Matrim,
Yeah.
stretch
and-
first.
As you pull out your short bow and you give a shot, you're trying to whiz it across at the same time. Noir goes to drop his kick in, and you see it just kind of careen over his shoulders. You had a difficult time trying not to hit Noir. You gonna move, or is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I will move
I don't know if I like being blamed for his shitty roll.
behind Relarus.
All right, and as Doobie moves back, the first of the red bands, the one that you tried to kick, is going to take a swing at Noir.
Is
He's going to take 2 swings.
Is Noir within 5 feet of me?
I would say you're like probably 7-8 feet ahead right now. Because you guys were kind of turning to walk away. They kind of just shoved Matrim there really long by Matrim, and then the rest of you guys.
I'm pretty sure we're walking, not the butt.
Well then, yes you are. And you felt a slight bulge behind you as you were walking. Very slight bulge though. He's going to take 2 swings, Noir. That is going to be a 1 and a 5.
Damn it, he hit me. No, I'm just kidding.
They both hit. Yeah, and as he goes, he pulls out his 2 swords. He takes 2 slashes at you. The first one kind of swings wide, and kind of drops the sword as it clatters to the ground, and he's holding just one sword in his hand. Shit! Get him! And then that brings up
At least we're all rolling shitty.
well, you know how I roll shitty. That's just a given. That brings up the next red brand, who's next to Matrim. He's also gonna take 2 swings with a short sword at Matrim.
Hey, Bert, do you know we cannot see the turn order for them or your rolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, I'll do with the turn orders. Basically, the way I'm going to run it, and these guys, my roll initiative macro is still broken for dudes, but just the way real quick. They're going to do initiative. Basically, you won't know what order they're going to go in until like the first round of combat. After that, like you've seen it. But basically, once you start a fight with somebody, just by looking at them, you wouldn't have any idea of who is going to attack first. So, kind of in the future, even I'll add them kind of as they go. But
Sweet.
at the very beginning of combat,
That's
you guys
cool.
will have no idea.
And then rolls we just don't see.
You will eventually. Like I said, these sheets are messed up and broken, so
I gotcha.
like clicking on their stuff to roll. So I'm just kind of doing it manually. But I will, just for transparency, whatnot going forward. You guys definitely will be able to see.
I like when I see you get crit by a Banshee by 500.
Yeah.
Just gives that extra sinking feeling in your stomach.
I got to fix that.
That owie.
That. Am I
Right.
dead?
So again, the second one, he takes a swing. It was a 14 and a 23. What's your armor class?
I'm looking right now. 14.
All right, so yeah, they're both gonna hit then.
I want this guy on my team, not you guys.
It's gonna first one hits
That
for
hurt.
4.
Who is attacking? The one on the far
3.
right?
You take a guy comes across with both his swords, kind of slashes him across your side, and you take 7 points of slashing damage.
That was the guy that's in the far right.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, on the bottom most, I guess you could say, or far right. That's gonna bring up the third one.
You rolled horrible.
Yes, that is a very, very true thing. What is going on?
I don't know. The numbers keep getting bigger.
Yeah. It was really weird. Okay, let me try it again, and we'll see. It's a fucking mess. Okay, that's worked. The third one, the one at the top here, he's going to come forward, take 2 swings at Relarus. And he rolled a 8 and a 12. I think those both will miss.
Yes, they
And as he comes and he wields out his 2 swords and he takes 2 swings at you, and you're able to easily dodge him. Just looking at their fighting form, I mean, you get the feeling that these aren't well-seasoned fighters, more just kind of like bullies who have given a colorful cloak and some entitlement. And
amateurs.
bring up Killian.
Killian.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
I'm here. Which
He's
one
not-
hasn't attacked yet?
The one
The one in
kind of
which?
kind of like second from the top.
All right, I'm
Alright.
gonna look at that one, and I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
What is that?
Let's say they're on a failed save, it takes 3d6 food and must use the reaction available to move as far as its speed allows to wait for me, which doesn't actually use blah blah blah. DC 13 Wisdom. Yeah, and he's gonna make the save.
Damn.
So he just takes 6 damage and doesn't have
This
to
is-
move.
Is there a
Yeah, at the bottom.
Save success. Half damage. Doesn't have to move.
yeah, so, failed save? It takes 3d6. No. Save. It takes so. Go ahead and roll 3d6. I can't hear you, Rich.
Yeah, it came up as 12
Yeah.
psychic.
Oh, I see it on there. I'm sorry. You're right. So yeah, it takes 6 damage, and You see, like, his Kross's face kind of flashes this bit of fear. You see him kind of shake his head and gather himself, and he's standing strong, but he still takes 6 damage.
Then
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Relarus a little bit of inspiration,
Inspiration.
and it looks like it's broken on my screen.
It says killing Kross
Oh.
targets because they don't have any uses left. It fucking
Well.
called you out.
I thought it had to be at fucking 0 of 3, not 3 of 3.
No, that's how many you have. There you go.
There it goes.
All right.
So Relarus has a D6.
How do you inspire him? No catchy tunes yet?
No. Not right now.
That's fine. All right, yeah, take a... Is it a D4? A D6?
Mhm.
So you got D6. So you use that any attack roll or skill check, but not damage. But you got to use it before like the results of the roll are announced. So, if I say like it doesn't hit or whatever, like you can't be like, yeah, I want to use that then. All right. Anything else? You got movement still if you want to take it.
No, I'll stay there.
And that's going to bring up the last red brand. Who's going to move up towards Noir and just take 2 swings at him. And that's going to be an 18 and an 8.
Oh, that's me. Noir.
And
8. You said 18 and an 8.
yeah.
Armor class is 17.
All right. So the first one will hit. It'll be 5 damage, slashing damage. He comes across, both his swords out, and takes 2 lunges at you. You're easily able to bat one away with your shield, but as you kind of do, you expose yourself a little bit, and the blade slides across the side of your armor. A little bit of a flesh wound.
Am I updating his HP, or is that something you do?
I can do it.
Okay.
You can if you want. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna bring up Relarus.
What happened to me?
Yeah, Matrim didn't go.
Where's Matrim?
You just canceled me at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. You know what happened? What happened
I
was.
think he was supposed to go before Relarus.
What happened was I said "fuck you."
Yeah,
And,
now you just canceled Relarus.
Yeah, I know. I'm fixing. I didn't add the other guy.
Fall in on me.
I can't. I get some fucking opportunity.
That's what I
attacks.
shot.
Okay.
I just shot.
I can't, sir. I will take the penalty of opportunity attacks.
Sleep him.
Well,
All right. So what is up, Matrim? Your turn.
as I'm hit, I'm staggered back by the 2 blows that struck me. And as like a reflex, I cast my hand out, throwing a fireball at the one on the far, or at the most bottom part of the page.
That's attack roll. You got disadvantage for being close. But if it's just an area of effect, then it doesn't do anything. Just so you're aware. So you can either change that or...
Yeah, I'll probably change that. I don't know if fireball had a minimum range. Firebolt.
if it's an attack roll, any ranged attack of any type, bow or otherwise, if you're within physical melee range, it's disadvantage.
All right.
But you could move away and take an attack of opportunity first and then cast it, then you would not. Or, you could, like I said, if you show me it just has an area effect, there's no penalty for doing that up close. Just something with an actual physical d20 roll.
As I get struck, then I spin towards him, off balance, but I grab him and I hit him with a shocking grasp.
And that's a 19. That's definitely going to hit. Creature, shockingly, and target is wearing armor made of metal. He's not. On a hit, target takes 1d8 lightning damage. It's 5 damage. And it can't take reactions till the start of its next turn. So yeah, with that, takes 5 damage. And technically, now...
I can move away without.
Correct. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to get an attack opportunity against you.
So I look at him and say, "Toodaloo, motherfucker!" And I run back.
And as you reach out, you kind of grab his arm, and lightning courses down your arm and moves into his arm, and he kind of shakes, and you see a little bit of drool begin to pour from his mouth. And as he does, you release. And as you do, you can tell he's still stunned, kind of shaking there for a moment as you run off. That's going to bring up Loris.
So my inspiration gives me a D6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm instantly, because I'm flabbergasted by how much of an amateur he is. going to swing with my inspiration. So 11 plus 6.
Well, you don't have to use it now. So you can roll, and you can see that you got an 11. And after you've seen 11, you can say, I want to use it. But if you say, I roll 11, I say, okay, that's going to miss, then it's too late to use it. So you don't have to announce it before. You just got to announce it before like the determination of the roll.
Yeah, okay.
So you can see your roll first, but...
So, but yeah, I'm using it. I'm just swinging.
Okay.
Just
and I'll roll 1d6 and add it to the 11. And hope for a...
Why did I think it was 6? Oh, well.
Yeah,
no,
it's
you had
1d6, not...
So you can
not
get a
just
1,
6.
2...
Boom.
Not until I hit.
It's going to be a 15. Yeah, that's going to...
He's chopping up. What did he say?
Me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I said... I don't know what I said. But it's a hit. So 6 left. Can you hear me now? No. That's 1, 2.
You're going in and out.
Yep. That's 1, 2.
Got beavered.
I'm hearing Bert this whole time.
I'm think like.
How do you know it's just not my speaking voice?
Because now you sound like Stephen Hawking.
Okay, now everybody sounds like that to me. Should we just remake this call?
Yeah.
Everyone sounds
that's right.
robot.
Alright.
Yeah, I hear everybody as robots.
I'm gonna call everybody back.
I left feedback.
Hello.
Yo.
Everybody sounds good. Waiting on Chrome to reconnect.
Wait on your own ass, huh?
I just can't play with that baby looking at me, Roy. That's ridiculous.
Is Roy in there?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
here. I was
Too
muted, but listen,
sincere. Everyone
I
has a
will
goofy
change
picture, and you
I
have
will
a
change
picture of your son, your own flesh and blood.
All right. So yeah, that was a hit. He takes which one? The one that was closest to you, right there.
Yes, the one that swung at me. That he walked up to me, the top one.
All right. So yeah, he takes 6 damage. And you come across his shoulder, and you see the blade bites in, a good ways. He kind of winces with pain and kind of reaches up, grabs your elbow, and throws the sword off.
That's how you wield a sword.
The puppy has words. Is that the end of your turn? Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm going to, I'm going to move a little bit down, just to make sure, these guys are still kind of behind me, keeping them within 5 feet of me. When I say they, I mean Doobie and Matrim.
Alright. Yeah, you can position yourself a little bit there. As long as you don't move out of his combat range, you're good. And that brings us back to Noir.
Newer.
Babyface.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a sacred flame on the guy that's in front of me, the shit talker, the Jersey boy.
All right.
Marco.
Oh, that's me. Fuck.
It's honestly, it's Bert. He's got to do a dex saving throw. 13, I believe, was the cutoff.
Creature receives range target must succeed in dexterity saving throw. 1d8, 13 dex. Yeah, and he rolled a 4, so he's not gonna make it.
So I reach up and I call down from the heavens a firebolt resembling a comet to land on his fucking pretty little face.
I crit, or you crit with 8 damage. Oh, I guess there's no crit.
Well, it wasn't a crit. It was just.
Well, that's my maximum. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you reach down and grasp your holy symbol, almost seemingly from the sky, from nowhere, comes this just ball of fire. And it collapses down across his head, and you just watch the flames. And normally, flame burns up, but this flame actually burns and rolls down his body, basically from head to toe. And as it reaches his feet, it kind of dissipates and just like wispy smoke and tatters of his armor, and his hair is gone. He's just bald, no eyebrows, like dried, crusty, like burnt blood running down his face, and he's like, "Ah, shit!" He's looking pretty rough. But, he's still standing and looking ready to fight, but it definitely took its toll. Anything else? And your turn?
Yes, that ends my turn.
Doobie.
Okay, Doobie swoops in to attack this guy from the side, and will attack with both daggers.
All right. First one. All right, so the first one's... First
he gets
one's...
advantage.
What's that?
Doesn't he get advantage?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Advantage, not attack of opportunity.
Flanking.
Yeah, if he went around to the side, he'll definitely get flanking.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, I flanked the shit out of that asshole.
Yeah, they'll both hit. You hit for a total of 9. And as you come to the side, you see him engage with Relarus. Just reaches up, grabs Relarus' elbow, and throws the blade out of his shoulder. And as he does, you use that opportunity, that opening, to come behind him and plunge both of your daggers into the side of his ribs and into his back, burying the daggers pretty much up to the hilt. You almost even have trouble ripping them out, but you're able to rip them both out. And as he does, you see him kind of fall down to a knee and gasp and slowly pick himself back up. He's in terrible, terrible shape, but he stands back up, and he's not down yet.
Doobie does not do an extra move. He just tells the fellow, "Hey, you know how you tell the difference between a puppy and a dog? The size of his red rocket." And then he grabs his bulge in his pants and flips the guy off.
And the guy kind of looks at you like, just look of confusion and pain on his face as he kind of spits. And I mean, you just see what looks like just like a mouthful of blood just kind of gush out and splash onto the ground and leave just a dark purple puddle. All right, that's going to bring up freshly shaven, bald Redbrand. He's, "You motherfucker!" And he's going to take 2 swings at
Does he have both
Noir.
swords?
What's that?
Does he have both swords again?
Actually, no. He reaches down and picks one up, so he has both now, but he'll get 1 attack this time. That's going to be a 10, which I believe will miss.
Oops, I got my page open. Sorry.
Yeah, it's going to
17.
miss.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of reaches down and he grabs his sword as he yells out, "You motherfucker!" And he comes up to slash with the other hand, and you can just see like blood and pus like running down his face from the burns, and it's in his eyes, and he just swings wild. And does it make connection? That brings up the one here. He's gonna come up, approach Killian here, and take his 2 swings. That's gonna be a 23 and a natural 20.
Jesus.
Poor Saka.
So the first attack, the non-crit, is going to be for 3 damage.
I'm gonna die. I have 10.
The second attack, 6, so total of 9 damage.
9 of 10. Or 1 of 10.
And with that, upon completing your cast, and watching and having seen the clear opening, he comes up to you and brings both of his swords down, plunges one into your rib cage, with the other one he slashes down across your thigh, and you kind of almost take a stumble backwards by like sheer willpower alone. It's been a long time since you felt, such pain as this, physical pain and not mental pain like you experienced with the Banshee. As these blades just plunge into your body and you're just gasping for breath, finding it really hard to breathe. But you're still conscious at the moment. And that will bring up your turn.
Shit. So as he does that, I'm kind of sitting there in obvious pain, pretty much on my last freaking breath. But I look up at him and I tell him, you know, he might be close to death, but I'm not gonna go down that easy. And I look at him and I cast that, and I tell him, with what I assume is gonna be my last breath, "You're so ugly. When you take a bath, the water makes a reflection save with advantage." We're going with that.
It sounds like Marco's joke. So you guys look at the same page?
Probably.
Was Sarah
Getting his
Oh.
ass out of there.
he doesn't
saved?
make it. No, he doesn't. He rolled it 2, and he doesn't make your save. And as he plunges his body, and he's looking down at you with like this evil grin, like he knows he has you. And as you belt out your insult, you just see him just kind of like stifle a laughter. He turns like, hey, Barry, these guys are actually pretty funny. Maybe we should let them go. And he just keeps continuing to laugh as he kind of takes a knee. And he's he's unbearable, just uncontrollable laughing. And that's anything else for your turn. You could technically move away from him because he is incapacitated. He can't do anything but fucking laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna scooch back behind everyone since I'm about dead. Behind Relarus. Is that Noir up there?
Noir is down. That's you just move behind Matrim and Relarus.
Noir is leading the pack.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm
Not
going
on
back.
purpose.
Big guys. That's it.
Alright. And that's gonna bring up the guy here. That Doobie just attacked with his daggers, and you plunging, he's gonna turn angrily and kind of almost with his last bits of his life. Though he's gonna take 2 swings at you. It's gonna be a 10 and a 23 to hit.
I'm gonna impose disadvantage on him.
You attack target within 5 feet. Use your reaction to impose disadvantage on attack roll. You must be wielding a shield. All right, so he's gonna reroll the second one. He rolls a 23 again, same exact number. All right. I assume that.
I stuck my foot
It's
out to
Doobie.
kind of trip him, but he walks right over it.
Yeah, I mean he's just in like a mindless shuffle right now, and as you try to knock him away, he just steps right over it, oblivious kind of what's going on. Just a deranged bloodlust in his eye, almost kind of like a I'm gonna get you before. Doobie, you take 8 points of damage. As he does, swings with one sword and it goes wild, and the second one plunges straight into your gut, straight on, just a straight thrust. And he buries it about halfway up. As he pulls it out, you can see this kind of black and red ichor begin to ooze out of your abdomen. You feel an intense pain, and you just feel your life's blood just dripping out of your body, and you're getting weaker by the second.
And I say, it's the last time I do a cock joke today.
And that brings up the one here, like Noir, and he kind of shuffles to the side, and he's just going to take his 2 swings at Noir. 11 and a 7.
They both miss.
Yeah. As he does, he tries
Whiff,
to
whiff.
swings by, and again, like you just kind of block them both with your shield. One with your shield, one with your sword, and you block them both away. It's Matrim, your turn.
I feel like we're alive because of the rolls.
So out of the corner of my eye, I see Killian just take a devastating blow, and I see him create confusion between that red brain and him kind of scattering away from that guy, and I look to try to cover him, and I ball a fireball up in my hand, and I shoot it right at that one that was attack engaging Killian. And I just let one rip.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Gonna hit.
something.
Yeah, and as you do, you just hurl a firebolt from your hand, watching the guy who's, guy's laying on the ground laughing. And then you cast a fire on him, and it singes across his chest, burning away parts of his armor, and you can see kind of like a blackened hole in his chest as this fireball kind of bored into the center of him. But he's still just laughing away.
What's that little black tick on the guy?
That's his laughter, so I remember that he's laughing.
Gotcha. I just... Man.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Is that the guy he also had the first spell on him that hit the guy for half 6?
He got hit for 5 earlier from something. So yeah, you can see, like I said, he's got a big hole. And he's not doing well.
I was just making sure I got my guy straight.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. As you look around, he's looking pretty rough. The guy second from the bottom, that's the guy who's bald and bleeding from the ears. The guy just above him, the third from the bottom, you can tell you taking some damage to him, but he's looking still doing pretty well. And then that guy all the way at the top is just barely hanging on.
Gotcha.
All right, that brings up Relarus.
Okay. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off the guy that's right in front of me that just swung at Doobie.
You can certainly try.
With flanking.
You're right in front of him. You don't have flanking.
I think he turned to Doobie, though.
Well, but you're still both in front of him. Like, I haven't been giving those guys advantage on Noir either. Like, Doobie actually moved behind him because he wasn't in combat with him and then attacked.
Gotcha.
Okay. It doesn't matter either way. I don't know if that hits, though.
Yeah, 14 will hit.
Does it hit good?
It hits and that... Yeah. Did you want to... No? Me? You? Me?
Oh, I didn't know if he died or... Okay.
Yeah, he's dead. He did.
Yeah, so he's just walking over
He did.
to Noir, or not to Noir, to Doobie. And he, pummels him or whatever. And I just come up from I walk right up to him literally and just stick the sword up his gut, comes out of his back. And I just push him off of my shoulder, or with my shield, and just push him onto the ground. Laying limp. And I'm gonna move. So this is the very top guy. So I'm gonna move in front of Noir. No, yeah, I'm gonna move next to Noir. Is that okay? Where I moved right there?
Yep, that's good.
That's it. That's the end of my turn.
Alright. Alright, that will bring up Noir.
So I see the dire state of my friends, and I reach down and grab my holy symbol, and I say a quick prayer. Alestria, preserve my friends. And I cast Divine Intervention, Preserve Life. And Marco, you're going to have to help me out here, spreading out the points. They can't go above half their health, but I think it's double my level worth of points? Or 5 times my level?
Preserve life? Channel Divinity Preserve Life?
Yes.
How does it actually present your holy symbol?
You can just click it for this, so everybody can
hit points equal
help
to
out.
5 times your cleric level.
Okay, so I'm level 2, so I'm level 2, right?
Yeah.
That's 10 points. And I can't heal anyone above half their health, though.
Alright, so who and how do you want to heal?
That's what I need the help with. I don't know who's really. I know obviously fucking Doobie's hurt, Matrim's hurt.
Doobie, Matrim, and Killian are all below half, with Killian being the lowest, then Doobie, then Matrim.
Is it possible for me to bring them all to half? Do I have enough points?
I'm 1 point from half.
Okay, so then let's do Doobie and Killian get the bulk and give Andy 1 point. Matrim 1 point. So
It'll only be
split.
4 points for me.
So
Yeah, 3 points for me.
Okay, let's.
yeah. Well, what's your hit points, Crown?
Oh wait, mine's 11, so I only get 2 points, right?
No,
yeah.
you can round it up.
Okay,
Half round
so
it up.
6.
You know, if you end up on an odd,
Yeah.
and then what's your health?
I'm at 1, so I'll go up
What's
to
your
5.
total?
10.
So you can go up 4, so that's 4, 6.
Sorry, guys. I
Oh, so you
appreciate
can
the
get
help.
them all.
Yeah, no problem.
That's
I
10.
didn't realize. Oh, no, you
No problem, bro.
He could only give 10. That's 10.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I would like to use my bonus action and touch Killian on the shoulder and do healing word.
No, it's a touch.
Yeah, so I said, can I touch him on the shoulder, or is he too
No,
far?
No,
You're-
he's too far.
One
He's
is
too
too
far
far.
away.
Two, you used an action already. You get one action.
It's
Yeah,
a
I know,
bonus
but
action.
healing word's a bonus action.
Oh, healing word. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
do healing word. Sorry, I thought
That's why I want to move to him and touch him and do healing word.
No,
if that's possible.
healing word has a range on it. You can cast it at a range.
Oh, okay, fuck it. I'll just stand still then.
I was gonna say 2 opportunities of attack if you move.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me just cast healing word on Killian.
Yeah.
So, Marco, you gotta mark 1 spell for me out.
Yeah, you topped him off. He's full.
Top me off, baby.
Your last word's my ass. Wait, I don't know. That sounded weird. But anyways, you're healed.
So, let's just point out, and I'll take a moment to reflect that this is the first time that Noir has ever healed in combat.
That's bullshit. Well, yeah, this game, I think you're right, actually.
Holy shit.
You've used 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3 spell slots.
Yeah, and then I've used my daily cooldown or rest cooldown for
yeah.
the divinity.
I need to mark this. Sorry.
What do you use it on?
The divinity is like I have a per rest, 1 per rest.
Oh, you don't have it to mark the point.
No, it's fine. Just like a mental note. I know it.
Okay.
Alright, so unless you want to move, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, Doobie.
Okay, Doobie feeling a little timid after getting stabbed in the fucking gut after his cock choke. He's gonna bust out his short bow and shoot at the guy that is in front of Matrim. No,
Okay.
sorry, in front of Relarus.
The next guy closest down from you.
Yeah, that next cocksucker.
Alright, go ahead and make a roll. 16, yeah, it's gonna hit. As you pull out your bow again, you release an arrow. This time it finds Burgess and kind of strikes him in the, kind of pierces through his arm, and goes into his chest, and you see him kind of wince with pain. Ah! And he kind of reaches down and kind of snaps the head of the arrow, and you see blood pouring down from the wound. And he's still alive, but you see a lot of wounds about him.
Okay, well then move behind Relarus.
And that's going to bring up this red brand here. He's going to move forward and take 2 swings at Noir.
Am I hurting? Or this guy's been missing me, right?
Yeah, I don't think they've actually hit you yet.
I think they got him launched.
Impose a disadvantage on the attack on Noir.
Going ham with that move today.
Alright, so the first, he rolled a 17 and an 18. So they would, first one though, you're going to impose a disadvantage. They'll roll that one again. Rolls a 16. I think 17 was his AC.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, so the first one, he reaches out with 2 swings, and as he sees an opening as Noir's, in the process of chanting to his deity to heal you guys. Relarus reaches out with his shield and bats away the first blow, but unfortunately, we're there to get in time for the second one. You will take 4 points of damage.
Owie!
4 points.
I got it.
Oh, sorry, I already did it.
That's all right. I just type in a number, so even if we both do it.
Okay.
Like, I don't decrease it 4, I just type in the new number. So.
Yeah, I do the same.
Alright, and that'll be the end of his turn. That's going to bring up the guy who's rolling on the ground laughing. I believe he gets to roll again to try to break it at the end of each of its turns. And
I think that's right.
Oh, actually, he had a chance when he took damage to get out of it.
That I think is right too. Yep.
It says he's got
I rolled
advantage.
twice.
He gets advantage if he's hit.
Wait, what?
If he gets hit, he gets advantage.
Target had advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. So the first time he fails with a 8. We'll roll with advantage. What's the DC? 13?
It was 13 wisdom.
Yeah, so he just makes it with advantage. So upon being cast with fireballs, he's actually going to regain his composure. But he's still laying on the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bert, isn't that his turn though, to break it?
Not if it was caused by damage. It would be if it was just his turn, because it says at the end of his turn. So he would have to spend his action doing nothing. But as the damage broke it earlier, he's actually okay. And seeing his buddies getting mobbed, he's actually going to run over here and take a swing at Doobie. Actually, 2 swings. It's going to be a 15 and a 9. What's your AC, Doobie?
15. Fuck.
Yeah, so the first one's gonna hit.
A shout out. Let's kill these guys.
Oh.
Is it 4 damage?
That would have been a new turn, Marco.
No, but
Oh, you can't do it for Doobie.
Yeah, I just used it for Noir.
Yeah. Doobie,
Oh,
you take
3
3
damage.
damage.
Okay, I'm down to 3 health. No, not 33, cocksucker. 3.
Nice. 33.
Hell yeah.
As he comes
Here's a
across, he plunges into you, kind of reopens the same wound that had just been previously closed up by Noir's intervention. You bleed again. And that brings up Killian.
Alright, I'm feeling a little reinvigorated from the healing word I got. I'm still pretty pissed off at the guy who just attacked Doobie. So I look at him and I tell him, when God put teeth in your mouth, he ruined a perfectly good asshole. And I cast Vicious Mockery.
Which guy? The
The one that just attacked Doobie.
Okay.
These are words that hurt.
Well, DC 13 Wisdom, but he gets disadvantage if he fails.
Alright.
I'm only level 1.
He
so I don't
rolls a
get it.
16. So,
Alright, cool. So fuck me.
he makes it. And as you belt out your insult, he just kind of turns and he's like, fuck you.
Right.
Fairly unaffected
Effective.
by your jokes.
Cool. Great.
All right. That brings up the one kind of closest to Noir, or not Noir, Relarus. And seeing you engaged and defending your friend, and he's going to take 2 swings at you. 10 and a 14.
Another amateur. Miss.
Matrim.
I take it he's within my dead zone. Disadvantage though.
I would say you're far enough away.
Alright. And then I just take another firebolt And I try focus in on the side of his head, and I just let another firebolt rip.
14. Yeah, that's gonna hit. As you release a fireball, you see it, and it cascades over his head, and you see it kind of burn and sizzle across the side of his face, and burns away the hair on that side. Not enough to roll over. You see hair, almost kind of like the Hound, as from Game of Thrones. You see it burns just on the side of his face and cover in his right eye and his ear. And he's doing pretty rough. You don't know how much longer, how much more you can take, but he's still standing.
And if I'm not in attack, I'm just going to come this way.
Alright, and that brings up Relarus.
Relarus, what is Relarus? If I attack the guy that Matrim just attacked, would I get, like, he's in my range, or would I get a tap of opportunity from the other two?
Giving him your back.
Yeah, I would say he's kind of away from you. Not exactly within your range.
Okay. Well,
because Doobie was kind of behind you, so Doobie's in between you and him.
Okay.
Ish.
That's cool. So as I dodge those attacks from this guy, I'm going to attack him back, and obviously
Disregard.
as I'm engaged in sword combat with the guy in front.
Yeah, and as you do that, that's going to be a miss.
I'm going to stay here. Actually, okay, no, yeah, that's right, that's my action. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay put.
All right. It's going to bring up Noir. Top of the round.
So is Doobie within touch range of me, or is he still too far?
Yeah, he's like between.
Depends what I touch you with, huh?
Quick, throw me your cock.
I mean, I would say he could be. I mean, he's right behind Relarus, so I would say you could slip your hand through.
Okay, so yeah, I want to reach out with one hand and then hold my holy symbol with the other hand. Cure wounds on.
Roy, you're breaking up.
Yeah, it was
But
robotic.
I heard him
Cast
say
Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds. He's casting cure wounds on Doobie.
Neg 118, Marco, if you can hear that.
Yeah, it's me. It's reach out, crash holy symbol. You see like the light flow from your arm into Doobie, and your wound closes up a little bit, not all the way, but definitely slows the bleeding. You healed for 4.
Roy, doesn't your heals get buffed by something?
Yeah, that one, the Cure Wounds and the Healing Word should have been spell level +2, if I remember correctly.
So 2.
I think it's in there already.
It might be built in. You got.
I think it is because he rolled a 1 and he got healed for 4.
Yeah, if it.
No, because
You gotta look at the syntax.
It's 1 plus his modifier, no, and then it's the Disciple of Life.
Right, I don't know if I added that or not, Bert. Because I would have to add it to each spell.
What's his spellcasting modifier?
Should be Wisdom. I think it's +2 or +3.
It's proficiency.
No, he won't get proficiency.
It's
Oh,
Wisdom.
Wait, not priest, cleric. I bet. Cleric is spell proficiency bonus plus wisdom modifier is for spell attack.
Yeah, it's not spell
Right.
attack.
So my Wisdom.
So
My wisdom modifier is +3, plus I rolled a 1, so that's 4. But
Alright,
now
so
you have to
6.
add the other shit, yeah. No, it's 2 plus the spell level,
It's level.
so it's 7.
Oh.
Are you sure it's 2 plus spell? I thought it was just 2.
Look at
First
fuck,
level
I don't
higher,
know
you
the
get
page
additional
number.
2 plus the spell's level. Yeah, so it'll be 3D. So he takes 2,
So it's 7.
which I think puts you at 11. So you're just about full.
I don't have a book. I only have my phone with mute and unmute
Yeah.
right now.
2
Marco
plus,
linked it.
2 plus the spell level. I confirmed in the book too.
Alright, so yeah, heals for 7. Just about topping Doobie off. Real close.
Again, thank you guys for your patience.
Brings up Doobie.
Yeah, thanks for the heals. Okay, Doobie will attack this cocksucker in front of him with both dagger.
Marco, please minus 1 spell for me, so I should have only 1 left.
Oh, Roy, I wish you could see these rolls, man. I fucked this guy's face up.
Yeah, that's gonna be enough for him. He's dead.
And Doobie jumps at this red asshole with both daggers and drives both of them into this guy at the back of this fucker's skull. And he says to him, "Hey, remember when I said no more cock jokes for today? I lied. I see what all of you red assholes have in common is red rocket envy." And the guy falls to his root. He's dead. He's dead at the end.
He did.
He did.
Alright,
Well, Andy kills me every time when he posts that. He did.
That red rocket joke was better in my head, huh?
It was just fine. Alright, that's gonna bring up this guy here. And he's gonna take 2 swings at Noir with advantage. Because you turn to heal Doobie. Exposing your back.
Acceptable.
And
Is this a new turn?
yeah, it should be.
Can I cancel out his advantage? How does that work? If he's got advantage?
So yeah, if you got advantage, disadvantage, basically you would add up the scenarios, whichever one wins. But like 1 and 1 would just cancel it out. So the first one would be without the advantage. Would be, are you going to use it?
Yeah.
So the first one is a 11, and the second one is going to be a 17. I think that's your AC.
Yeah, that hits him.
All right. So the second one will hit. On the first one again. Trying to protect you while you're in the process of praying to your deity. Relarus is able to defend one of the blows away, but the other one sneaks in.
Thank you, brother.
3 damage.
So am I right? Is that like 7 or 8 damage so far?
You're down to, I think it's 8 total. You're down to 7.
Okay, thank you.
That's going to be the end of his turn. That brings up his buddy. Again's just going to take 2 swings at Relarus. 10 and a 15. Both kind of miss.
As I block that one attack, I bring my shield back across and block the next 2.
End of his turn.
Still an average.
Killian.
Alright. We're going to look at the one in front of Noir. One most to the bottom. And I look at him and I tell him, your birth certificate was an apology from the Hanger Factory. And we go with...
Is that a Trump joke?
It might be. Another fucking vicious mockery.
Apology from the
Man, my rolls are horrible.
God damn, that's a 1920s birth control joke. That's a good one.
Yeah. Sure, it spells damage. So, which guy was that on?
The one all the way at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, and he doesn't make the save. So he does. You see him kind of wince with some sort of reflection of what you said, but it wasn't didn't terribly bother him. But you get the feeling that.
So he should have.
He took it to heart.
On his next attack.
On the next attack roll, it makes. Okay.
That would have been funny if you would have killed him with that one.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do? Move or otherwise?
No,
Bonus action?
just stay there.
Alright. And that brings up... hold on. That one. Is that one there? No, this one's dead. So it's Matrim's turn.
Yes. So I see those cutting words that Killian just bit into his ego. And I take another fireball from my hands and just launch it at his face. And a miss. At the last second, I feel sorry for him. And I'll go sailing on by.
Alright, sorry here. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
again, that's miss. You kind of whiz it by him, and this one kind of greens off his shoulder. What little bit of armor he has left kind of deflects it as it just barely grazes against him. And that brings up Relarus.
So still engaged in sword combat. I am going to attack the guy that's in front of me. And
There you go.
bubble. Do I got bubble? Boom, boom, boom. Cling, cling, cling.
Which one? The one right next to you?
Yeah, the one I've been dancing with this whole time. The one right in front of me.
He gone.
Alright. So we just cling, 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 ding, boom. And I get him right in the gut again.
I love that sound. Do that again, please.
Cling, 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 boom, ding, boom. And I stab him right through. And I say, "You're still an amateur." And I just throw him off.
And as you do, again, he kind of crumples to a heap, lays on the floor, and he's not moving. That brings up Noir.
How many dudes are left? Just one, right?
Just the one.
The one right in front of you.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and cast a Sacred Flame on him.
Sacred flame. To make a dex saving throw.
Yeah, and he just makes it.
As I see him deflect that
Fuck.
sacred flame, I yell to them, "Subdue this man! He might have information as to where Gundren is."
Not this again.
You don't have to. I'm just saying we want our buddy back.
Bro, we better
And he
get
looks
fat
at you,
loot.
and he kind of looks around and he's like, Dungeon, yeah, I know what Dungeon is. And that's
This is
your
the
turn.
Jersey guy?
They are
He
just you
is
guys.
the last. Oh, that's the guy who survived though. This is the first one that talked to you.
Oh yeah.
It really is.
So who's up? Crommy.
Doobie's up. He moves next to this cocksucker, pulls out his daggers, and says, "Tell me where Gudrun is, or I end your life now."
Say, well, you know, I know where he is, but you gotta let me go first.
Noir releases a.
Maybe we should escort him south first.
Say, hey, look, I know where Dundren is, okay? I seen him today. Dundren, yeah. We talked. Nice guy.
What's he look like?
What do you mean? He's a guy. It's Dundren. Goes by the name Dundren. You yell Dundren, he looks at you.
First off, it's Gundren. You're a poor liar.
Yeah, you know my friend Gundren. He's a tall dude. How many times taller is he than me?
Gotta be at least 3. I mean, I had trouble just getting him in the door.
Doobie doesn't let him finish. He attacks.
That'll do it. Ooh.
Finish him off, Cromie.
What's up?
I think you won. You won the high score.
Yeah, you gonna kill him? How do you want to do this?
Okay, Doobie does not let this red asshole finish his sentence. He knows right away that this is a lying cocksucker who's just trying to get away with his life. So he just drives both daggers into this fucker. One deep into this guy's neck, and the other one just caresses his front, because he's already seen he's done the job. He just caresses the front of this guy's body, removing his bowels, and they spill out blood everywhere. The end, he's dead.
The end. And with that, the last of them fall to the ground. And here you are, kind of standing in the middle of the town roads.
I look up.
Or dead red cloaks at your feet.
Is anybody else looking at us? Anybody else coming? Anybody? Anything?
Roll perception.
Fuck, of course.
And it's Matrim and Relish as you guys look around. You guys don't particularly notice anything. The streets have kind of scattered. But you look around, you don't see anybody else, and red cloaks appearing. You and Doobie, as you look around, you kind of look down a dark alley, and you kind of see a grizzled old man, kind of like a reddish beard with gray growing through it, and he kind of looks quickly and glances around nervously, and real quick, kind of gives you a real quick thumbs up, and then puts it down, kind of hustles back into the darkness.
Is there like an alley or anything, like a gap between a building that I see? I'm looking for somewhere I could probably move a body to, out of the way.
Doobie follows the guy that goes down the alley, and he tries to hide as he does so.
Make a stealth check.
And quickly, before he does so, he tells his friends, "Hey, that asshole, he gave me a thumbs up. I'm going to track him down." And then he goes to try to hide in the shadow.
Do I see anywhere we can stash his bodies?
As you look around, I mean, you can see what looks like a woodworking shop, and kind of off in between there, you see a couple of buildings. I mean, you could, and there's the alley that the guy just kind of shuffled off down. The old man just shuffled down into. Oh, that's a 1. But yeah, Doobie, you go ahead, and as far as you know, you're the stealthiest man alive as you sneak down this alley.
Quick, let's move these bodies before more red bands find us.
Yeah.
Wait, can I rifle through the bodies real quick?
We'll do that in the alley.
Okay.
Yeah. I pick up the one that's right in front of me, and I just start moving him to be next to behind the wood shop or whatever you said it was there.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, there's a shop and an alley and some houses there. You can easily kind of drag them in between.
I got this one.
All right, and as you guys, Doobie, are you still going down the alley?
Yeah, when does that work? Can I use that now, or that's only in battle, or when is that?
I'd have to look and read it.
Halfling? Is that what you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to look and see, like, how often you can use it, what it is. I mean, it can't be any time you roll a 1, or maybe it is. Hell if I know.
No, it's not. It's not any time. I forget. There's.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you? Halfling what?
Thief.
I think
It's a halfling thing.
It's a halfling thing.
Yeah, I remember
Can
that.
you make that a meme, Kron, later?
It's a halfling.
What's
thing?
that?
Just halfling things.
Half orc, tiefling, half elf.
Lucky. When you roll a 1 on the d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can reroll the die and must use a new roll.
Ability check?
I guess.
Ability check.
I guess it's always. I guess you can never roll a 1.
Or if he rolls,
Yeah.
if he rolls a 1 again, then I think.
Yeah, that you have to take the second roll. So yeah, you'd have to roll 2.
I don't think it's on
Attack roll ability check
initiative
is to
too,
roll a
right?
die. Must use the new roll.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't
it's
say
attack
this.
roll, ability check, or saving throw.
So roll stealth again, or use that second one.
Oh wait, actually, you can just consider that the second one. That's fine.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll take the 22.
Well played, sir.
With that, yeah, you blend out into the shadows and creep down the alley. While the rest of you guys are just pulling into the alley.
Yes, pull
Yeah.
into the alley. And once we get them there, I'm gonna remove all the red cloaks, and I'm gonna put one on, and I hand one to Matrim, and I had the third one to Killian. Fourth one, I'm not sure what I want to do with it.
We should have everyone but Doobie get a cloak because Doobie can stealth.
Yeah,
Very well.
As you guys do, I mean, you guys drag them off and you get them into the alley. I mean, it's fairly cumbersome, and I mean, there's still, pools of blood in the road and drag marks through the dirt. But I mean, you get them there. There's no sign of bodies, but there's still plenty of signs of battle. As you look through the cloaks and you take them off, and 2 of them are a little bit slashed up and look fairly serviceable, but 2 of them, I mean, they're just burnt and singed and large burn marks and gaping holes in them. So while you could put them on, I mean, it's fairly obvious that
Okay, so
these cloaks are not in the best of shape.
I grabbed the 2 serviceable ones, and I hand one to Matrim, and I put one on.
Relarus, maybe we should save these so they don't know that we have them for now.
And Doobie, as they do that, you venture off the alley, and it goes probably about. You continue down, come to kind of a crossroads, about 30 feet down. It's kind of in between, just past the logging area. Make a perception check.
1 second. Okay, 2 seconds. Almost there.
All right. While he does that, you guys back at the corpses. Are you doing anything?
So I say to him in response to that, I say, I believe we can blend in, but during the brightest part of the day, they will know immediately that we are imposters wearing their cloaks. I say we save them until we try to get a little closer later on during the nighttime.
Okay. Good idea. So I kind of fold them up, too.
Did we take the unserviceable ones as well? Maybe we can mend them when we're back at the inn or something. As best as we can.
Is one of the inserviceable ones like damaged on the bottom half? Like if I were to slice it in half?
No, I mean, like most of the flames hit about like the head and shoulders area, so or of course down the body. So I mean, they're kind of burnt, mostly near the top, some towards the bottom. Yeah, I mean, there's.
I was thinking about just cutting it in half for DB. But if they're messed up, never mind.
I say we take them for now.
Okay, we'll take everything.
I mean, one could maybe be modified, if you were to maybe look at it and try to cut it out just precisely, but to just like say trim off the bottom couple feet, like no, but you might be able to find a large enough swath where if you cut it just right, you could remake, the thongs to tie it up, and it would take some time, but you might be able to make it.
I am a
cloak out of it.
Yeah, I am a crafty fellow too. I am a guild member.
All right, we'll take them all. And in the process of doing that, can we rummage through their bodies, see if we see anything, any coin or any loot or information, maybe maps or something, keys?
Did you say loot?
Yeah, make a investigation check.
Not the instrument loot.
No, I thought you said the drug loot.
Oh no, I don't even know what that is.
I'll be going through the bodies.
Quaalude?
A Quaalude.
Still don't know
Yeah,
what that
man.
is.
Noir will be going through the bodies as well.
Yes, I want to rifle the bodies. Can I do an investigation?
I mean, like you guys like all gonna like mob on them. I mean,
Well, I asked
There's
first,
four
to be
of them,
fair.
and of us,
I would say 2 of you get to go through the bodies. I mean, you guys aren't gonna like dry hump them in a circle.
we
Doobie might.
do. We might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being perceptive in this alley. Perceptive.
Yeah, and as you guys are thumbing through the bodies, Doobie's gone down, like I said, about 35 feet down the alley. And as you look around at the crossroads, you kind of look left to right. You think that you see, look at a shadow go around a corner leading off towards the north. But you're not certain, but you didn't see anything the other ways.
We need to catch up to Doobie.
No.
And then
Okay,
as you
yeah.
guys... as you guys going through the bodies, you guys kind of pat them down. Again, like you said, you know, we weren't carrying anything crazy on them. There's a couple of short swords that are serviceable, 2 apiece. So there's 6 or 8 short swords. You know, they got leather armor, studded leather armor on. Again, you know, just run of the mill variety. Some of it's pretty torn up and burnt, but you know, probably 2 of the sets of armor are serviceable. And you find 24 silver between the 4 of them and 20 copper.
Gotcha.
You got that, Andy?
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to... Never mind. We need to catch up to Doobie and not let him go alone.
Doobie, what are you doing now?
Doobie has snuck back to Relarus, and as Relarus is looking around, looking for catching up to Doobie, Doobie whispers from the shadows, "Hey, this path we should follow. It goes through this alleyway and to the north. I think we should follow this path. Let me go ahead and scout the way, but you guys follow."
Go. We need to get out of here.
And
anyways.
Doobie wisp away into the shadows and back into the alley and begins to follow the trail to the north.
I try to whisper down the alley, Doobie, did you want to dry hump this corpse?
Doobie whispers back. Done, sir, done.
I start following behind Relarus down the alley.
Alright. I think I said down the alley then.
Yeah, Door's following as well.
Alright, and you guys head down the alley. I'm presuming you go the way that you thought you saw the shadow. Doobie.
Yes, Doobie continues to head on through to try to find the bearded man that gave him the thumbs up. And every once in a while sneaks back to give his friends hints on the direction that he is heading without revealing himself.
Alright. So yeah, you go back and turn the corner where you think you last saw him. Go ahead and make another perception check. Yeah, and as you come around the corner to the north, you kind of come back and you've kind of looped around the buildings and you come back to kind of the main road. And you're looking across and you can see the Town Master's Hall, and you see a fork heading down to the southwest, which is where the battle occurred. And you see another road that heads off towards the east. But, you know, you look around, you see some townspeople milling about, but as you look around, you don't recognize or see anybody that stands out as being the guy that you saw.
Where are we
Okay,
going?
Doobie breaks out of the shadows and says, "Hey man, where did you go? I want to see where you went, huh? A friend? I took out the red assholes. We took them out. They're dead. Nothing? Huh?
Persuasion?
Come on, any enemy of my enemy is my friend, huh? Hello?
As you just look around, you see some people kind of looking at you, and you know most people kind of look at you and avert their gaze and just keep walking.
Sensing the time
Yes,
is
also.
near that we get out of here and continue our way to the miners' exchange.
I agree. I tried.
You did.
Okay, let's go then. Let's take a different road than the one we were on. And I'm going to walk up to Noir. And I'm going to use my lay on hands to heal him. I don't know if it fully heals him though. I'm gonna use all 10 points.
That should be enough, no?
Oops.
You said 10?
Yeah.
That brings you back to 17, which is still too high being full.
Yeah, but I consume my entire lay on hands, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you,
and as you
brother.
do, a golden ray comes out of your holy symbol on your shield, and you lay your hands on him, and you see his wounds begin to heal, and he starts to breathe a little easier, and he's looking in pretty good shape.
Next time, stay closer to me.
All right, I think with that, we're at break time. If everybody wants one or not, doesn't matter to me.
Just
But
a quick drink break. I need a drink and bathroom break.
all right, yeah. So let's do that. We'll take a 5-10 minute break. Be back here.
Cool.
All right.
I am back. I don't know if anybody else is back.
I never left.
Ooh. Still sneaking. That's what it is.
In the shadows, dry humping red assholes. Yeah, Punter never left. I've been on my phone or something.
Where you at, Roy? It sounded like you were on the road earlier.
I was. I'm back I'm at the new place now. You hear the sound of that? That's the water running.
Yeah.
Did you move into a waterfall?
No, we got the water turned on. Like literally, we paid and she pushed a couple buttons on the keyboard and it was on. So that was pretty amazing. Because usually it's like they gotta send the guy out kind of deal.
Yeah. That was cool because I was like, dude, it's gonna be like till Friday. 'Cause it took 2 to 3 days to get my water turned on when I first moved in.
Must be like a Tamarack, the city of Tamarack kind of deal. They went with digital meters.
I guess it's, who knows, it might be phased in where I live now because I've been here since 2013. So 3 years. It's October.
Yeah, I mean, you see FPL and went to all digital meters after they were getting people robbing power all the time by putting a little paper clip in the spinning wheel.
Yeah.
I know from not experience.
Well, now you could put a crossbar, which is what we use whenever they don't put the meters in.
Yeah, but that's super dangerous.
It's insulated. I've put one in.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, as long as you use an insulated one, you're okay. But if you try to fucking hook shit up, without it. Signal seems okay in my place. I'm at Neg 101 right now. I think that macro might have T-Mobile on it.
Probably does. It's got to. They look pretty busy.
Yeah. But I think because I'm in my back porch right now because I'm in between all the buildings. That's probably why I'm Neg 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crom, I was paying $1,300 for a 1-bedroom, 650 square foot. And I'm paying $1,400 now for 1,300 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. So I doubled my size for $100 more.
His living room now is bigger than his old.
Exactly. I mean, granted, I'm kind of in BFE, but for our market, it's the middle.
The middle top. The middle top left.
Yeah, middle top left. Coral Springs would be the true middle top left.
You're one exit away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
So we brought both cars full, Marco, and so what I'm probably gonna do is go back in my car alone, completely empty, and fucking just grab as much as I can, and then just finish up tomorrow and Friday.
On the way back home from work, just stop by the house and pick up some more shit.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. Regardless, just go grab the van. I gotta set up my storage anyways tomorrow. Hopefully they don't ask for money because this nigga's broke.
All right, everybody back.
I don't know if Rich is back.
Here.
Okay, yeah, we're all here.
I'm here.
Crummy here.
Yeah, he's here.
I never left.
Very well. All right, so yeah, we return. You guys kind of hit town proper again.
Yeah, we start heading to that miners exchange.
All right, that's off to the.
But we're taking a side road, not the road that we just did the queuing on?
Friends, please remember, I am very weak and tired right now.
Yeah, maybe we should rest and have some of these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a large town, so there's not exactly a whole lot more ways to get there than the way you were going. I mean, there's just a handful of roads in town. I mean, it's a very, very small town. But I mean, you can cut down the alley that you came through just now and kind of work your way best you can. But it's not exactly it's not like you're just going to take the next street over. I mean, there's literally a handful of streets in the town, period.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Let's go to this Miners Exchange. We've already paid for rooms for the night. Let's get some information first, and then we could go back and discuss it over a warm meal. Maybe that PB&J will come in handy tomorrow.
Okay,
No
but
problem.
I'm
I just
gonna
wanted to be
stay behind
transparent.
you, Relarus. I don't want any of those cocksuckers to come around with me with my cock hanging out, so I'm gonna stay behind you and follow you.
Just don't trip me with it.
Yeah, no promises.
I'll walk with Noir and help him along. Is Andy back?
Yeah, everybody's here.
Thank you, Killian.
Onward. You're healed. He doesn't need no help. Let's go. And we head off.
All right, and you guys head off towards the southwestern portion of the town. Kind of cutting along through the alley that you came through. You stumble upon the corpses you left behind. You can kind of hear the buzzing of flies, and you see a couple of stray cats go running off down the alley as you come approach. As you guys step over, and continue down the road. I mean, you come back out to the road, kind of where the battle took place, and you kind of look around and you can see, like I said, there's still signs of the battle, but it does look like people, for the most part, have decided to steer clear of this area. And people that have stumbled upon it have kind of see the signs of blood in the street, and seems pretty devoid of people. And the few that you do see are kind of hustling rather quickly and walking away from the area.
Let's hustle as well, gentlemen. Kind of speed walk out of that little area as well.
Definitely keeping my head down.
All right, as you guys move through town, you come across basically the southwestern portion of town. You're almost really outside of the city proper. You come across a fairly large building, and of all the buildings that you've seen in town, this one is definitely the most well made. You see large timbers, at the corners, supporting what looks to be cobblestone walls around the edge. It's probably looks like it's one story, but it's about 20 foot tall. And see giant banners hanging down from around the side of it. And you do see a large sign scrolled in what looks to be several languages. And those of you that read multiple languages, I mean, you see it in Elvish, and Dwarvish, Human, Common, rather. And you see it says, Vandalin Miners Exchange. And you see some wagons parked outside. You look off in the distance, you see a wagon heading down the trail that leads away from the town. And you see a couple more wagons parked outside. You can see a couple of burly dwarves kind of outside. One is loading one of the wagons, another one's unloading a wagon, bringing it kind of in the back. Looks like there's an entrance to what you would assume would be a storeroom area.
You see anybody else milling about that we can kind of say hi to?
Like I said, I mean, you see, like I said, a couple of people messing with the wagons. You see a guy sitting in the wagon. Looks like he's either waiting to be loaded up or unloaded. You see, the entrance to the Miners Exchange.
But no one in charge supervising.
From what you see now, I mean, like I said, it looks like just a couple of guys out laborers by your best appearance.
They're all human?
No, the 2 dwarves are the ones loading up and unloading the wagon. You see 1 human, 1 elf inside the wagons.
Shall we go ahead and approach one of these guys? None of them look associated with the red brands.
Best you can tell. No, you don't see any red cloaks.
Doobie, you want to be in the charismatic one?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so Doobie walks up to these guys and he says,
I walk with them, by the way.
"Hey, have you seen 4 red assholes walking around here?" No, that's because we just killed 4 of those fuckers. Yeah, we killed those red assholes. What do you guys think of those guys? If you ask me, I'm a guildsman, and those guys are bad for business. What do you think about those guys?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, who were you talking to? Who'd you approach? Or are you just kind of standing there in the middle of the room yelling that?
No, the dude's in the front of the exchange.
Well, I mean, there's like 4 people. There's one guy loading a wagon, moving in and out of a warehouse, and another guy unloading a wagon, kind of doing the same thing. And there's 2 people sitting in the wagons, apparently the drivers or whatever, or owners, waiting to move the wagons once they're full or empty. So, I mean, they're not just standing in a circle.
Yeah, the owners of the wagon.
Riders?
Riders? Oh, no, the owner. No?
I mean, which one? I mean, they're in 2 different spots. So, I mean, you're either yelling it out to everybody or you approached one. And
I approached the guy that has the nicest looking shit. Like, he looks like he's the shit.
The elf.
The elf. Sure.
Actually, looking at the 2 of them, it appears the elf is in not rags, but he's in rather fairly common clothes. And you look at the human who's actually in the process of getting his wagon unloaded. You can see he's got a little bit of gold around his neck, and it looks like kind of like a silk shirt.
Yeah, I talked to that asshole.
As you walk up to him, and he kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Little man, I care not for the troubles of this town. I'm here for the gold. Piss off."
If you're here for the gold, man, like, hey, these guys, these red guards, they're going to cut into your profit. I'm telling you, they're bad news for business.
And you see a fairly hefty coin purse sitting next to him, and he looks at the wagon. He's like, I think I'll be fine.
Let's go talk to the guy unloading, Doobie, the dwarf.
Okay, Doobie doesn't know what to say for the next couple minutes because his pizza is here.
So we walked up to the dwarf, and I said, "Good day, friend."
Kind of a little grunt. He's like,
Is he unloading or loading? The one that was.
Well, is this the guy working on the wagon where you're just talking to, or did you venture over to find the other wagon?
The one that was at the wagon. You said there was one guy at a wagon.
They're both working on wagons. There's 2 wagons, one being loaded, one being unloaded. One has a human in it. That one is the one being unloaded. The one being loaded has an elf in it.
Okay, the one that's being unloaded, because we were just talking to the human. So we go to the
Correct.
back of the wagon, and I say that to him while he's unloading.
Yeah, he just kind of gives you a grunt. He's like, time's money, friend. What you need? And he kind of keeps, dragging what looks to be, ore and loading it into a small cart from the back of a wagon. Continues to work.
Kind of at a slow pace, maybe not as fast as him, kind of start helping him unload it as I ask him, we're looking for our friend Gundren. Would you happen to know of him?
He looks at you, he's like, who? Like, does he work here? If he works here, you'll want to talk to Halia. She's inside.
Halia. Okay. And I set down whatever crate I picked up onto his little cart. And I say, "Thank you, friend," and I kind of toss him a silver piece.
I was kind of like grunting a nod. He kind of catches it in there and nods and just continues to work. Sweat pouring from his brow, weathered face, long hair and braids. Not well kept. Like I said, you get the feeling he's worked hard for most of his life.
So I grab Doobie, and he follows me along to the. Are the rest of the guys following me? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Are they?
I walk up to the rest of the guys and I say, "Let's go look for Halia. She seems to be the one in charge here."
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah, let's talk to
I
that
agree with
bro.
them and follow as well.
Alright, so we go past the wagons now, and we're just gonna walk in to the building to look for Halia.
All right. As you walk in, who's the last one to enter?
I guess I'm walking up with Doobie, me and Doobie first.
I was gonna be in the middle of the pack.
I'm behind Relarus.
I'm just sitting outside.
You didn't come?
Mm-mm. There's too many people in there.
I moves in. Matrim, he's kind of sit outside near the front.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Who?
To me?
Yeah, Matrim.
Shit.
And as you sit there, looking about, you look off the direction that you came from, and rounding. This is a crossroads, basically where three roads meet, kind of in a Y. You look, and it's probably a good 200 feet away, but you see, just barely looking. I mean, you see what appears to be a group of people, almost like with a reddish blur, moving down the road.
All right. Are they coming towards us, or are they just?
Yeah, I mean they're coming down the road. I mean they're a good ways away, but they're basically at the cross junction where you guys pass the town master's hall. You guys kind of cross like this east-westerly road, and they are now heading southwest towards the direction where you guys are.
Can I tell if they are coming with a purpose that means harm?
From what you tell, I mean they're still far away, so it's kind of hard to gauge distance and speed. But you can tell they're moving towards you.
All right. Well, I'll keep watch on them.
All right, and as you guys move inside, so as you move inside, I mean, you see, you're basically a large chamber where you first enter. Again, the same kind of walls are the inside cobblestone, still well furnished. Like you see, it appears to be rich wood, kind of interlaying, amongst cross support beams and whatnot, banners hanging around. You see a counter. It looks to be a small, elvish man, rather short for an elf, but standing there. As you approach, he's like, "Yes, can I help you today?"
Good day, sir. We're looking for Halia.
Halia. Halia Thornton. He's like, "Is she expecting you? What business do you have?" She's a very busy woman, you know.
We're looking for a good friend well known around here by the name of Gundren.
I gotta, Gundren, eh? And he's like, "Let me see if she's available."
What's Gundren's last name? I don't see his sheet.
Rockseeker.
Okay.
And he shuffles off to the back, rounds the corner into a room. You can kind of hear muffled voices for a second. As you're outside, Matrim, go ahead and make another perception check.
Sure. As I'm seeing them come towards me, at the same time, I'm gonna kind of move slightly out of sight.
All right, make a stealth check and a perception then.
Sure.
Well.
Well,
Yeah, and I mean, it's broad daylight, so I mean, you're not super well hidden because I mean you're in broad daylight near a building, but you're from a distance, you'd be hard to see. I mean, you've kind of found a little pillar to kind of hide behind in the shadows of it. So, anybody walking by you clearly is going to see you, but from a distance, you feel like you're fairly well tucked away. But as you look, yeah, you can see it looks to be as you kind of squint and bear down, and they get a little closer. Looks to be another patrol. Best you can tell is 4 or 5. Kind of walking. Doesn't look like they're storming or running. You can tell they kind of look at each other. You see one kind of shove one and kind of, through the shoulder, just kind of like shove him to the side. And he comes back and kind of punches him in the arm. So you get a feeling they're just kind of dicking around and walking around at the moment. But they are heading your direction and towards the scene of the earlier battle.
Gotcha. I'm gonna slip inside.
And as you duck inside, you join them, and as you walk in, you see them kind of, haphazardly, gathered around this counter. And as you do, you see a small elvish man come out with a human woman behind him. And as she comes out, she greets you, and she's like, "Hi, my name's Halia. Here, you got business with me. What need you?"
Hell yeah, I know that your time is precious. We're missing our friend, Gundren Rockseeker, who we believe there was some foul play, and we're looking to find him and make sure he's okay. Do you know of any information about him that could possibly help us?
And as she comes on the corner, you get a better look at her. You can tell. You see she's an elderly woman, gray hair and very sharp eyes. She's very well dressed, especially for the area. From what you've seen around here, this is a pretty small town. There's not a whole lot of money to go around, but just looking at the structure here and seeing her and some of the clientele that was outside, I mean, you get the feeling that money flows in and out of here. And she's got small, like a tattoo across her forehead, small, almost like a half crescent. She's wearing like a pearl necklace, and she comes across and she kind of gives you, she's like, "Friends of Gundren, you say?" She's like, "He should have been here days ago. Where is he?"
We were supposed to meet him here as well, and we believe he might have been taken captive. We are not sure by who yet. Are you aware?
Yeah, but we think it's those red assholes.
And she kind of looks and she kind of laughs. She's like, "The red brands, you say? I don't know if they're quite organized enough for that."
And I kind of just... Speaking of the Red Barons, gentlemen, there was a patrol heading towards an area that we had last visited, not too far from here. We might be have to be ready to be on the move. I say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry," to the lady Halia. Perhaps we can take this into a back room, this discussion?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, your last two were good.
Yeah, and she kind of eyeballs you, and you can tell she's kind of, assessing the group and trying to feel you out and see, what kind of threat she thinks she is, and whether or not you're truthful about, knowing Gundren and whatnot. And kind of with this, good 10 seconds passes, and she gives a little nod. And she's like, "Follow me," and she hustles off into the back room where you've seen her came from.
Thank you for your discretion. We haven't made too many friends since we've arrived. Trying to find the whereabouts of Gundren.
Yeah, and as you go back into her office with her, and what you see, you entered her office. It's roughly maybe like 15 foot by 20 foot. You see what appears to be a very well made desk with some like gold inlay, some tapestries on the wall. Looks like a depiction of a battle of some sort. Looks like between a dragon and another creature that you've never seen before. But you tell it looks like possibly a cross between a lion and an eagle. But like I said, just simple paintings about. And as she kind of moves behind her desk and takes a seat.
And she looks at you and she's like, hey, the red brands, you say? She's like, well, they've certainly been troublesome. Troublesome for everybody here in the town. And trouble's never good for business.
I nod. And we do not mean to bring you more troubles than you already have. We are just hoping to find the whereabouts of our friend and make sure he is safe.
And she kind of looks and she nods. And she's like, Gundren, he came by here trying to set up contracts and trade routes. Said he stumbled upon quite the mining vein. You won't find gold in heaps out here, but there's plenty of minerals scattered about to keep a man comfortable. But he seemed to have felt like he found something big. He was supposed to come back with promising contracts and see if he accepted my offer, but I haven't seen him since.
Sounds very unlike him.
It's like, he does. He was quite excited. I just assumed that his deal couldn't quite pan out.
Do the red brands give you any trouble?
She kind of looks at you with a little chuckle, and she's like, not here. It's like, they don't dare come here. She's like, but they said, trouble in the town. The trouble grows every day. Eventually, it may affect my trade routes, but for now, doing well. So I tell you what, though, what I know. It's like, you can see him at the Sleeping Giant. They've also got a base under Tresendare Manor to the east edge of town. I tell you what, I'll offer you 100 gold if you get in there and eliminate the red brands and their leader. Goes by the name Glassstaff, from what I know.
100 gold, you say? I don't know. These guys are really bad news for business. I hear that every day they grow in power. There's more and more of them, and they're going to keep taking cuts into your trade routes. It's only a matter of time. Do you have anything else that you can invest in our endeavor to take these red assholes out? Maybe equipment, potions, anything you have that could help us.
Make a persuasion check.
Was that 100 gold total? 100 gold each.
Total.
Okay.
And she kind of looks you over, and you get a feeling she's a pretty shrewd businesswoman. I mean, she's the guild master of the Miners Exchange here in town. She kind of looks you over. She's like, look here, wee one. I can find 100 blokes to come in and kill them bastards for 100 gold. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, we'll take it. You can't hurt a halfling for trying.
She kind of looks at me with a laugh. She's like, man after my own heart. Business is business. She's like, upon completion, 100 gold.
What would you like as proof?
She's like, well, it's like, I hear he carries a glass staff. That's what calls him the name Glass Staff. You show me his staff, and I'll know he's gone.
Do you do you know anybody with any familiarity with Tresendare Manor? How to get in?
And she looks at you and shrugs, and she says, she's like, nah, that place has been abandoned forever. People had forgotten about it until the Red Branch showed up. And it's not even until recently that they even began to show their faces there.
Okay. We'll consider this problem solved. Gentlemen?
And I
But
look
it's
at
an
her.
old house. I can't imagine there's not a door.
Matrim chuckles and he goes, if I may ask one more thing, is there a back door that we may exit this building? I do not wish to alert any of the red brands of our presence here and cause you any more trouble.
And she looks at you and nods. She's like, of course, nothing cloak and dagger. She's like, but you can go out in the warehouse in the back.
Once again, I give a short head kind of nod, bow thing, and ask her, please lead on.
And she kind of walks to the edge of the office. She's like, I got business to turn to, but head that way. And she points off basically opposite the way you come. You can see it kind of goes down basically a long hallway that goes down about 60 feet. And you can see what looks to be like large doors on the side, like bay doors that extend off into both sides.
Doobie, do you think you can peek your head out there and look to see if there's any trouble coming our way?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, peekaboo.
All right, go ahead. And, which way? Like, where are you trying to look?
Outside the bay door. The little crack in the hole, the outside there without
Like-
exposing myself.
Out the back way or out the front where you came?
The back way, man. Back to
I mean, you guys are at the beginning of it. You're not even down to the door. I mean, you guys can make your way down there.
Yeah, we make our way down there.
Yeah, as you guys go down the hall, I mean, you're going by these, and if you look, I mean, you see crates and piles of ore. And as you go by, you see it's kind of segregated. You see, it appears to be coal. Another one that appears to be gemstones that appear to be cleaned already and kind of polished and ready for sale. And you go down a little farther, you see what appears to be a workshop, and you see guys in there. It looks like they've got the rough stones that still kind of some are still encrusted in the stones that they were mined out of, and they're chiseling them out and cleaning them out. And as you make your way all the way to the back, make a stealth check.
And also at the same time, Bert, can I just kind of passingly glance to see if I see any marks of Gundren's, like maybe she has. I get a little suspicious for a second.
Sure. I got a perception check.
Just-
Yeah, I mean, what exactly are you looking for? I guess.
So,
Is
like,
it,
I just kind of had a slight...
like an insight check on
maybe she
her,
had-
or looking
just
around.
to see if I see any of the crates that maybe had been had Gundren's mark on it. Maybe she somehow had suspiciously come into possession of.
Okay.
No, I'm not like outright just doubting her. I'm just looking around to see if I see anything from Gundren. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, as you look around, I mean, there's a pretty well-established crest, and you notice now after having met her, the symbol on all the banners and stuff you pass by matches the tattoo that's on her forehead. It's basically just like a small red crescent, and you see that red crescent pretty much on everything. I mean, just glancing as you go by, I mean, nothing leapt out at you, being like, "Holy shit, that's Gundren's corpse," or any sort of. Everything's good. And Doobie, as you peer out the back, I mean, you can see now you're on the edge of town. You see two trails. One looks kind of like a deeply rutted trail, but tell it's not exactly a well trail. It's not a road proper. You get a feeling it's probably like a cart, like a cart path for the miners and what coming out of the forest. You see the forest out beyond Phandalin, and you do see the road proper that heads out to the west. But yeah, looking around, basically you're on the opposite side of the road that you came in. So you're on the south side of the building. To the north, east is the town proper, and straight north is kind of runs you along the edge of town. But you don't see any signs of anything. But make a perception check, Doobie. As you pick your head up, I mean, you can't exactly make out any words, but you do kind of hear like muffled shouts, and it seems to be some sense of alarm or concern, or definitely some raised voices out towards the town.
I tell the group, hey, there's some loudmouth red assholes outside. I think we need to be cautious if we want to get out of here, however we would get out.
Yes, I suspect they have found the bodies by now. So
we got two roads, one into town where shit is going down, and one out of town. Maybe we head out of town, huh?
You can also skirt around. I mean, you don't have to take one of the. I mean, like there's. Like I said, I mean, there's some semblance of a wall, but what is there is basically the ruins that were left over. They haven't quite, moved on to building town defenses yet, which is also one of the reasons it was easy for the Red Brands to kind of, they don't really have a town guard. So, I mean, you don't have to move through the town exactly the way you come. I mean, you guys could easily, skirt along outside of town, kind of follow the forest and... Yeah, I mean, you kind of make entrance. Like I said, there's a couple of gates, around, but again, like I said, they're more ornamental now because the rest of the structures that used to, finish the gate and the walls to actually keep people out have long been smashed in most sections, at least enough for people to easily find their way in and out.
Well, I don't think we should go back to the inn. I think the red assholes are onto us. Should we try to go to the manor before she gets too heavy?
I do not know that they will know it was us that disposed of their friends.
Fair enough.
Yes, I think we should go and rest and get off the streets.
I have a couple plans I wish to discuss with you guys once we get to a
Me
place
too.
of rest.
Let's go.
So we're
Noir follows.
Yeah, we're skirting the town, Bert, and then an entrance away from where the commotion is, if we can.
All right,
We
so
still
you guys
have
all
our rooms paid for, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you did. You guys trying to move stealthily to get there?
We're on the outside of the town, as stealthily as possible, without people
All
seeing
right.
us, yes.
So basically, you're trying to make your way basically all the way to the inn, stealth-like, but using the
Outside of the town.
until you have to come in proper, come in kind of eastish side. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody make a stealth check if you intend to be stealthy.
Marco, remember I have disadvantage.
That was Relarus' roll, by the way. The first one I just did. I need to change. I need to remember to change. This is my. Oh my god, I got -1. I got disadvantage 2, by the way. So
Yeah,
me and
negative.
No, my dex is -1.
Oh, okay.
And since I'm not proficient in stealth, it's.
Yeah.
So anyways, Roy got a 14 and I got a 9.
All right.
Oh, we so stealthy?
I tied a bell to my dick.
It's a little bell.
All right. And you guys make your way through the town, or around the edge of the town, without much incident. Like I said, well, the Red Brands do have an increasing presence in the town. I mean, they don't exactly have enough people to, man the walls and keep a proper lookout everywhere. As you guys move along the town, you come into the town proper. You kind of hear shouts, and you see a couple of Red Brands go running by, far enough away. They're not able to see you, and you just really kind of catch a glimpse of them, kind of between an alleyways. You're approaching the town. You're able to make it to the inn without incident. And you guys kind of come into the inn proper. I would say it's probably about getting close to, the sundown. It's about 8-9 o'clock.
Sure.
As you roll into the inn, there's a fairly good crowd there. And as you walk in, you see everybody kind of hushed, or a little more on guard, than previous times that you've been here. Everybody's a little bit more tense. But as you walk in, you pass the first table, and you see what's an elderly dwarvish woman and a couple of other elderly women with her, and she's like,
I heard somebody killed some of them red assholes.
and the other ones are like, shh. And she's like, yeah, fuck them. As you guys walk through the inn, again, you see other people join their merriment. And
Sure. We get a table, and does that sound good to you guys, getting a table?
Yes.
And motion Toblin over, if he's available.
yeah, and Toblin's there as well. Behind the bar, he comes on over. He's like, he kind of looks you guys over, and you can kind of tell you guys are a little worse for wear. You can see some of your battle scars for the day, and he gives you a little bit of a puzzled look, and he's like, "Hi, what did it be?"
Whatever is for dinner and around for everyone. Toblin, what seems to be the issue here? It seems like everyone is on edge tonight.
He kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Well, you mean you don't know?" He's like, "Red Brands are on a tizzy. Word is somebody knifed a few of them. They're out and about."
Any idea who it might have been?
And he looks at you and he's like, "Well, I thought it might have been you, but well, fuck all if you don't seem like it was you."
I just shrug. Thank you, Toblin.
He shrugs like, well, whoever it was, drinks on me.
Cheers.
That he
Cheers.
goes. Short order. Again, brings you out. As you're sitting down, you kind of now, you get the smell of, meat cooking in the back in the kitchen, and you hear chopping. And again, Elsa, the barmaid, comes by a little later with your round of drinks. He brings you out a big hunk of roast, some cabbage on the side.
This beats the rabbit stew.
Indeed.
And as you do, you hear from behind the bar, Tobin, "Hey, I heard that."
No, I'm saying his roast is good, man.
Yeah, we making fun of my mother's rabbit stew.
That was delicious too, but this is also delicious.
He just kind of with a laugh and kind of waves his rag at you like just carry on, you fucks.
So, gentlemen, we must discuss our next plan of action.
Yes, I'm curious to hear these plans.
So we have options. We can start immediately on Halia's offer, but I suggest, as much as it pains me to do so, we visit our old friend Sildar first. What say you?
Yeah, we can
do
use
what?
that asshole.
We see if we can either get information or recruit some help from him.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what makes you think that he will join us?
I think that he is honor bound to find Gundren, and if there's a possibility that they are holding him, I believe he may help us reluctantly.
Plus, the store owner that we talked to said that Sildar was a stand-up guy. So maybe we just misread that asshole, huh?
I say we see Sildar. This gives me an opportunity to make amends.
Yes.
Yeah, because you were kind of an asshole last time, you know?
Another
Yes,
option,
Didier.
and this is quite a devious option, and I look over at Relarus, and I say we must thin out the Red Cloak's numbers somehow before we try to attempt to take on their leader, Glassstaff. Perhaps during the night, we happen to burn down the Stonehill Inn with them sleeping inside.
No, that's where we're sleeping.
No.
Yeah, no, we like Stonehill. We don't like the other
sorry,
place.
Sleeping
huh?
Giant.
Sleeping
Giant.
Yeah.
Rewind. Play.
You know, you don't, Matrim, you don't shit where you eat, you know?
Most of the time.
I think they have restroom facilities here in the inn.
So, I kind of like that idea.
Yes, we have the cloaks. Maybe we can send some of our stealthier members.
I interrupt Matrim and kind of stop and look around to make sure nobody's listening to our conversation.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Nobody's listening. Nobody's even here.
No, as far as you can tell, nobody's even glanced at you since you walked in the door.
So I had another idea. As I'm whispering to Matrim and the group. Oh, I was like,
Sorry.
what's this?
I don't know if I showed you that earlier.
Yeah, I was like, who's that?
Hands on that!
I was like, what say we use these cloaks and we go in there with at night when they've had some chance to process the ale, and we have our bard here sing a couple tunes while you and I mingle with them and get some information before we burn down their house.
It may work, but I don't know how readily they'll accept someone just because they're wearing a cloak.
With the red brand's on high alert, I don't know if it's a good idea for our whole group not to move together.
All you have to do is wear the cloak and talk like an asshole from New Jersey. It's clear.
I see. Well, if someone, Killian, if you wish to try this, be my guest, but I do not suggest it. Because I do not believe I can get you out of there if you run into trouble.
Poop shoot. Poop shoot.
Everyone has a poop shoot.
Do you want to execute this plan tonight?
We cannot do this tonight.
Why?
Our healer needs the rest, so he can.
Yes, I need
heal.
to rest just in case things get out of hand.
Well, we would only send our stealthiest members, and I look at Noir
And as you guys are talking, you see in kind of crashing through the Batwing doors of the inn comes a rather portly human. He's like,
Hey, the red brands are coming. The red brands are coming, and they look pissed.
Quick, I'm gonna sleep for 8 hours.
Hey, quick! Let's distribute the.
What does everybody else do?
Let's distribute.
you
Let's
see kind of everybody
distribute
kind of like
healing
tense up, and
potions.
they all kind of look at each other. You see a couple people kind of duck beneath the table. You see rather thin human man actually take off and run out through the kitchen. Toblin's just kind of still sitting at the bar, cleaning a mug, eyeballing the man. But just walk through the door, or crash through the door, rather.
Do we sit with Toblin, or do we hide under the tables like everybody else?
Or do we just go up to our room?
Not everybody's under the tables.
Oh.
Like I said, a couple of people did. Some people are just kind of sitting there tensed up. One
Let's
guy
kill
ran-
the thin man that ran out. Fuck that guy. He's the guy that's informing.
I think he just warned us, no?
A fat guy just crashed through the door. One guy went running. As soon as he heard the red brands are coming, he kind of bolted out through the kitchen. You're assuming towards like a back exit or something.
Yeah, that's the fucking informant. Let's kill that asshole.
How do we know he's an
fuck it.
informant?
Nah, just
Because he ran out.
brace
I
yourself.
think he's just afraid.
Brace yourselves.
The power of deduction, man.
Act like everybody else.
We're strangers.
just-
I have a feeling we're inviting.
Just hanging out table. Quick.
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Or we could go up to our room.
If we got time to do that, then I'll do that.
You got time to decide what you're doing in about 5 more seconds.
Going on to the
Doobie
room.
Doobie tries to hide.
Just where? I mean,
I'll go up.
I'm a tiny motherfucker. I hide behind the coat rack.
all right, roll
Yep.
stealth.
If we're running upstairs, I yell, Toblin, come with us.
He owns a place.
I know.
Okay, we just sit here and stay while we watch Doobie hide behind the coat rack.
Yeah.
All right, Doobie.
I'm good with that.
Okay,
Hides
so then I
underneath.
changed my shout to Toblin. Toblin, are you with us?
Why are we even doing this? We're acting natural.
He looks at you. He's like, "With you for what?"
More ale for everybody.
For real.
He's like, "I'm always for that. You're buying, I'm pouring."
I buy 1 round for everybody in this inn.
And as it comes,
Well, I guess I'm an asshole because I was under the impression everyone ran out and we were the only dicks left in the bar.
I said one guy ran out.
I know. I'm trying to focus on multiple things. Continue.
And as you guys sit there and order around, and as basically predicted by the rather chubby man who comes in, you see 4 red brands come through, crashing into the bar, kind of spread out a little bit, not going too far in. But, 2 of them kind of stand right near the entrance, and one walks up to Toblin, and the other one's just kind of like standing up a couple of feet away, looking out across the crowd. And he comes to Toblin. He's like, "Hey, you." He's like, "Who you got in the inn here that ain't from here?"
Toblin, include our friends here with the round as well.
He looks at you and he's like, "You shut your mouth." He's like, "Hey, you, who are you?"
I'm just buying you a mug of ale, sir.
No, your name, where you live. I don't recognize you. You don't look familiar.
I work in down by the orchard trees.
Down
You
by
work in the
by
mines.
what?
With the orchard trees, I cut the orchards.
Like a deception check.
Deception
Uh-oh.
And he kind of looks you over and he's like, "You think I ain't been to the orchard? Where do you think we get our food?" And with that, Toblin kind of reaches over. He's like, "It's like, hey, you ain't bothering my patrons. What you need?" He's like, he turns back to him. He's like, "Hey, listen here, old man. I'll tell you what I need. We're looking for some out-of-towners." Tobin kind of looks at him and he's like, "Well, you won't find any of them here. Rooms are empty." He's like, "I know that man. He grew up with my cousin." And with that, they kind of, you see the two red brands stay at the door, but the other two kind of start walking through the tables, looking at people. They're going kind of table to table, and the one guy's like, "Hey, anybody who knows any strangers, we got 25 gold if you tell us where they are and where they're staying." And you kind of see like hushed tones and people kind of, glancing around the room. And you kind of hear in the corner somebody kind of pipes up with a "piss off," and and he's like, "Hey, who said that?" And nobody kind of owns up to it, but
I whispered to Matrim, "What's that, Doobie?"
I just put my hand out like. Matrim keeps his head down and just keeps drinking and eating.
All right, and then they continue to walk around the room, kind of pick up, an old man that's in the corner, and they say, "What do you know, man?" And the guy's like, "What?" And he's like, "What do you know, man?" He's like, "Where do I blow?" And he's like, "Fuck it." And he throws it down. They kind of go table to table. He walks up and, they kind of head back towards the door. He's like, "I tell you what, find out any of your pisses is hiding them. It's like, it'll be the end of you." And he kind of runs his fingers across his throat. And he's like, "Offer stands, 25 gold. Anybody who rats out these fucking murderous scum." With that, they kind of walk out the door with kind of a hush. And, everybody's kind of looking around. And Toblin kind of looks at you guys with a nod and a wink. And for the first time, you get to feel like the people... you see kind of, people kind of lose smiles and a little bit of pride in their chest. And you feel like it's probably like the first time they've ever stood up to the red brands. And you get a feeling that, something's kind of inspired them to not be as meek and let the red brands take over as much as they had been.
Gotcha.
I don't know if this is enough money, but I'm gonna assume it is. If not, you just tell me. I toss a gold piece to Toblin and I say, "Around for everybody still stands."
I don't know. I have to look at the price, but I'm gonna say that's probably short. One for everybody. Let me get the book. The book.
I think you said it was like 10 copper for a beer?
Maybe. I'm trying to think. I know the fine wine was expensive as shit, but
Yeah,
that's not what you're
Yeah,
buying.
you said it a while ago because I remember Marco actually tried to get a fine bottle of wine.
Yeah, and I made a fucking sheet. I just never printed it out. I've got like all the shop shit.
Frugal Andy brought it to light that it was like more than half of our money.
Yeah. You're like, I throw out 10 gold and I buy. Oh no, you try to buy that fine wine. It was like almost all your fucking money.
I think I tried to buy a bottle.
Yeah, you try to buy.
That was the old Relarus, though, I believe.
No, that was this one.
That was this one.
Old Relarus just had one. He bought one with his starting.
Yeah.
He pulled it out when we were zoning in on the fucking.
Yeah, you guys were drinking on the wagon.
When Mike left us. When Mike left us hanging.
How does that fine wine make you feel?
I've got the
Describe it
books
for
now.
me.
I just gotta fucking tap them up.
You're good. I got it written down. How many people are in the inn right now still? You would guess.
I'd say if you looked around, there's the 5 of you, and I would say there's another, say, 18 people in there with you. So we'll call it like 23, 25 if you buy some for Toblin and the barmaid too.
I have 25 people in parentheses.
All right.
I'll
Yeah,
let Bert. I have all the
4 copper
costs
pieces.
written up. You can just take out what you feel at the end.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I got the bill written up.
Who's driving?
It's page 158.
My bad, that was me.
It's
I
gotta
thought
be
I was
the
muted.
Are you driving somewhere?
Yeah, I'm still moving.
Oh, yeah, I found 158. Yeah. Mug, yeah, 4 copper a mug. So, yeah, 1 gold's plenty.
Isn't 1 silver? 100 copper equal a silver?
I think it's 10.
Or is it 10?
I think it's 10 coppers a silver and 10 silvers a gold.
I'll
Alright,
tell
we'll
you
figure
right
it
now. That's
We'll figure it out later. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Keep
whatever.
going with the story.
Yep.
So they're gone.
Yeah, they've walked out the door, and
Right, let's go.
they're gone. And you get the feeling the tone's a little bit lighter. People aren't quite as tense as when you guys first got in.
And I look at Killian. I was like, "Care to strike up a tune to keep the merriment going?"
I'll pull out my my lute. Start playing for everyone. What the fuck? I didn't put a tortilla on the fucking on the CD player.
Classic Elven song. Classic.
classic. It's from the.
What did you say, Bert?
The other
Performance?
Yeah, make a performance check.
And while he's doing
Nothing like that song to break the tension.
Hey,
I don't think
Tublin.
my-
Yeah, and as you get up and you begin to perform, are you playing a song, telling jokes? What are you playing? What's
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna just gonna
modus operandi?
play a little more upbeat song.
I have the tiger.
Get everybody in better spirits.
All right, yeah.
For
As you pull out
helping
your
us out.
lute and you begin to play with a one strum, just kind of you strum a long chord, and everybody kind of glances up. And as you begin to play, but as you begin to play, again, like I said, people are easing up, but I mean they're not they weren't in super carefree mode yet. But as you begin to play and begin to perform, people look up, they recognize you. You've played here before, seeing a familiar face. Eventually, people begin to come around more and more, and the drinks begin to flow. The free round, goes out. Probably a good hour and a half into performing. I mean, now the place is pretty well rolling. I mean, it's a very festive mood, and it's really lifted the spirits of the people in the town. And
Doobie wants to talk to Tublin.
all right,
Hey,
yeah.
Miss-
As you walk up the top, you see him. He's kind of behind the bar, and he's kind of tapping along with the beat and having a good time, doing a little jig behind the bar, a little spin. He turns as he sees you approach from behind the coat rack. He's, "Oh, well, shit, laddie."
Oh, shit!
Well, Mr. Stonehill, I got a question for you, man. Hey, the asshole that ran out to the first sign of the red assholes coming, do you know anything about that guy?
He's out, Clem Johnson. He's a fucking pussy, ain't he?
Yeah, was he just scared, or is he buddy with those red assholes?
He kind of looks at you with a shrug. He's like, I can't imagine him doing anything. That'd be a little too ballsy for him, even. Like, I think he's just a yellow belly shithead.
So you don't think he would sell us out for 25 gold and run off?
Like, a fair reprisal? I doubt it, but you never know.
I bet you 1 gold. Hey, do I have 1 gold?
Yeah, I mean, you guys got 10 gold from delivering to Barthen Supplies, so you've got 10 gold.
I bet you a free night stay that guy's going to rat us out.
We won't get to use the night.
Yeah, he's like, oh, not that I'm not a betting man. He's like, but what's my end of the bargain?
So
You get
the
to
cost.
stay here for 3 nights.
No. The cost of either I pay you for an extra night stay, which is what, some reasonable amount of money, or we get the free night stay here.
All right. He's like, you're still here in the morning. You pay me double. If they come snatch you up in the middle of the night, room's on me.
All right, fair enough. But sidebar, you keep a watchful eye out tonight, and if you see that guy come back or any reds come towards, you'd let us know.
And he kind of looks at you there, and he's like, well, friend, why would they come for you? You weren't the ones that killed them blokes after all.
You're right, I wasn't. And I wink at him.
And he laughs and winks back and just turns to cleaning some mugs out.
So I kind of motion everybody kind of back to the table to finish our discussion of our plan.
Should we move to the rooms?
We can.
Yes, should we have a watch?
Let's
For-
let's move to my room and continue the discussion there.
We really can't
Fair enough.
leave with our friend performing.
I kind of throw my hand up in the air to like grab his attention. Nod my head like we're going upstairs.
I look over and I realize they're going, but I'm gonna play for a few minutes longer before I head up. I'm gonna finish the song.
I'll slowly begin to linger towards the stairs, but not actually go up the stairs.
I go
Okay.
upstairs.
I just linger, just waiting for him, Killian.
I stay seated and finish my beer. I don't want everybody to go up at the same time, kind of deal.
All right, I'm upstairs waiting on everybody's asses.
I guess one by one we make our way upstairs. Further the plot.
Further the plot.
All right. Yeah, as you guys turn in for the night, I mean, you make it through the rest of the night without incident. You guys are able to rest.
No,
Wait, I think we have to
What?
talk.
we're going to my room. Everybody's going to
Oh,
my
I thought
room.
you guys said you turned in to sleep.
Waiting on
All right.
slow-mo.
Yeah, you guys head up to the room.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yep.
go to the room. We were just slowly waiting for Killian to wrap up. We don't want to leave him alone.
Okay, well, we'll say, for sake of brevity, you guys wait until he's done performing, and you guys will...
Okay. Okay, so we walk in the room. I kind of close the door, and I stand like with my back against the door, with everybody in my room. So, Matrim, your plan. When do you want to do this?
We can do it tonight, but I haven't presented my last option. When we were leaving the scene of our latest excursion, I saw a poster as well for a bounty to dispose of some orcs that are causing trouble in the outskirts. We can also hit that if we need any supplies before we do this incursion.
Did Andy go away?
Yeah, you, like, faded to black.
He faded out.
What did you guys hear and what didn't you hear?
Something about.
You were like
There's
some orcs.
So there was a bounty poster for some orcs that have been causing trouble in the outskirts of town. Maybe we can do that to gain some funds to equip ourselves before we try to take on the Red Brands. We have that option as well. If not, we can go straight and try to figure out this Red Brand situation.
If we're gonna go clean up orcs, I must rest before we head out.
But we can, so we have the option of trying to eliminate some of the Red Cloaks. We have the option of talking to Sildar first, or after that, we have the option of completing this bounty for cash to equip ourselves.
Let's. What if we let's rest for the night. Hold off on the plan B. Um, and tomorrow we'll go see Sildar. And depending on him, if he comes with us, maybe we'll move forward with the plan. But if not, maybe to let him think it over, we could visit the orc situation.
I have a feeling that Sildar will not approve of us disposing of the sleeping giant in. So that part we must leave him out of.
Correct. We should only just see if his alliance. If it does stand with Gundren and us, then we will tell him of our fight plans and maybe even the orc plans.
I didn't
Can you
hear
hear me or no?
No, that was better, but you were like robot-y. I don't know if it was just me or everybody.
He said pretty much, let's leave Sildar out of that. Just to see if he's down to go get Gundren in the manor.
So we have 2 serviceable red cloaks. We can assign 2 people to stealth to there during the night and burn it down, and then we can also send a couple of us to talk to Sildar as well. Because we're not all going to burn down. It needs to be a stealth mission.
Well,
You want me to burn down the asshole's hotel?
Yes.
I like it. Can I do it now or what?
Probably next session.
Doobie. So I pull out the red cloaks, and I get one of the ones that you said, that Bert, you said, I can't, like, we could probably make it into a makeshift cloak for Doobie size, and I give it to him, and I say, make a cloak for yourself out of this.
So we need to decide who will be carrying out this mission. Doobie alone?
I don't think he should go alone. And I don't think it should be Noir. And if I am to go, I would have to undone my armor.
I believe it should probably be Killian and Doobie if we're going to send 2.
How do you feel about this, Killian?
If this is the plan we all agree on, then I will do it.
If it'll make you feel better, we could find a barrel for you to go in, cut the legs out. You'll be good.
Maybe you
Right this
can
ring.
roll me in the barrel.
Whatever suits your fancy, barrel man.
We'll have to figure it out.
How far is the sleeping giant from the inn we're in?
You guys are kind of in like the northern part of town. It's all the way kind of on the eastern side, kind of towards where the manor is. So I mean, just to walk there, I mean, it would probably be a good 15-20 minute walk, but longer if you're trying to sneak around and.
Right. So I mean, it's not gonna be like they're gonna be gone for hours, I guess.
I
mean, I'm sure
mean,
stuff could happen, but I mean, just on the commute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, if you were to just walk there and back, I think you'd be back in a little over an hour or so, minus any activities along the way.
Okay. Matrim, do you think we should lag behind them when we do this, or no?
No, I believe stealth and speed will be of the essence, and I believe that we must not draw any attention more than necessary to ourselves.
Okay, and what are we gonna use to actually execute this plan?
What, to set a fire?
Yes.
I believe Doobie can figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, light that shit on fire. I got it.
Okay. I have torches, in case you need. Alright, so we're gonna call it a night.
Well, I kind of bow my head before Doobie and Killian leave and grab my holy symbol and pray to Alastrea to protect them in their mission before I go to sleep.
I will while you guys are gone, Matrim and Noir, I will take first watch. I will rest, but I will linger and listen out for anything for the first 4 hours or so.
She'll take the second 4 hours.
Go rest, brother, and I'll come wake you.
They'll be back before the night is up too.
Yes, I'll let you. I will wake everybody once they return, or if anything, or if I suspect anything.
All right, then it's settled. And then afterwards, we'll seek out Sildar.
Agreed.
All right. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. That's basically you guys returned to the town today. Kind of struck your first blow against the Red Brands. Came back. Looks like we're formulating a plan. Proceed. A little midnight espionage. And then proceeding with seeing Sildar next week. I mean, you guys definitely change your plans between now and then if you so choose, but
Because you know how plans go. Dude, how many times in Critical Role